Coming to you live from the Salt Palace Convention Center here in lovely Salt Lake City, Utah. Incoming 4 hours of commercial-free powerlifting. This is the 2024 USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals. Leo Bonetendar here by my colleague, Solana Lewis. Solana, we have had some phenomenal lifting in these first 3 days, and now going into day 4 of USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals Primetime.
I cannot wait. It's been 3 days of an excellent lifting. We've seen dots that are higher than ever. We've seen pro cards. We've seen money being given out. And tonight's going to be even more of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we get to a little bit of a preview show, let's actually kick it to a discussion I had with Shelby Morse just the other day. And here we are, folks, 100-kilo lifter Shelby Morse, 2024 USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals Primetime session. Shelby, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Shelby, you're actually one of these athletes that I really love to talk to because this isn't your first time here at Nationals. Tell me, how many times have you actually been to Nats?
Yeah, so this is my 10th year competing. My first Nationals was in 2014. So I've had a lot of experiences here. I've seen the growth of USAPL, and it's just been amazing to get to have this much experience, but also see how much the sport has grown and the community has grown.
Yeah, so I mean, I think for you, it's kind of interesting to be able to kind of see what Raw Nationals was back in 2014, but more specifically, kind of what the production value has changed, how the names have changed, how the talent has changed. I mean, talking about some of the dots requirements and seeing what kind of how deep the waters essentially got. I mean, what would you say has stood out to you the most in looking at your 2014 experience versus now in 2024?
Oh, wow, so much different. I mean, all the things you said, like the production value, the Nationals I attended in 2014, my first one was production-wise the equivalent of today's state meets. And now it's built up so much. It's such a great experience for the lifters. It feels much more professional, and then competition-wise, the qualifying totals have raised so much, and the dots requirements and the Pro Series, everything that comes with that has just really required everyone to step their game up, and I think that's awesome to see because it's bringing in the best of the best lifters.
So Shelby, then training itself, it's been a long road. I mean, competing for a long time, but as I understand, you've actually been with your coach, and he's the one who got you into lifting a long time ago. Tell us a little bit about kind of what that relationship is like, and are you guys still working together?
Yeah, so my coach is Jeremy Hartman, and he was my high school strength and conditioning coach. He was a competitive lifter himself, and always kind of had his eye out for kids who showed promise and looked like they'd be interested in competing. So we had this little ragtag group of high schoolers who he took to some meets, and I took to it immediately, and me and a few others. And my first Nationals, my sophomore year of high school, with him as my coach, and he's been my coach ever since. And we've traveled all over the world to meets together, and he's basically just part of my family.
Folks, make sure you guys watch when Shelby attempts possibly an American record on the platform during the primetime session for the 100-kilo women. We'll kick it back to the desk here now. Really great discussion with Shelby Morse there the other day. Shelby, very, very interesting journey to get here for USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals Primetime. Now, Solana, before we kind of start talking a little bit about some of these lifters and what it is that we're looking for on the platform, how did these lifters get here, and what's on the line today?
Yes, for the men, they must have a minimum of 475 dots. The women, a minimum of 450 dots. It's the top 3 qualifying by total for each weight class, and then from there, remaining spots were filled by percentage difference from 3rd place. And for the winners tonight, top 3 all receive a pro card, and the first place winner of each age division or weight division receives $500.
Wow, exciting. Nothing to sneeze at there, Solana. So let's take a look now at some of the battles we have incoming. Who do you like in the 90s?
The 90s, we have a good battle. We have Catherine Ducote, who's coming in ranked the highest, and I know she's looking to break a bench record that's been held for years by Daniela Mello.
Wow.
That's going to be, she actually surpassed it in training. She's hoping to do that on the platform today, and so I know she's coming in to win. But Courtney Hopkins is 2-time collegiate national champion. She won 2023 and this year 2024, took a world record squat as well. And so it's going to be a really good battle there.
Yeah, and as well, obviously, Hannah Motek.
with her deadlift.
Oh, my goodness.
She can pull a house.
Seriously.
And if someone leaves the door open, she will come in and try to pull for the win.
Hannah Motek, I think, is going to be the wild card in the 90s. She's going to be the end, and we talk about deadlift advantage and what it can do. It's a game changer. Hannah Motek, again, has to play that game, just hit those lifts leading into deadlift and snipe someone if she can. Now, who do you like in the 100-kilo class?
I got to have a conversation today with Gabrielle Phelps, and I know she is really excited today. Last year at Nationals, she won, but she actually collected a total that was 32.5 less than her best. She was not happy, learned she had a stress fracture in her arm while she was competing later on. So this year she's had healthy training. She is fully recovered, and she's hoping to get back to her old total.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting to see in the 100-kilo class. And right behind Gabrielle Phelps, too, there's only 10 kilos separating Casey, Lachey, and Nadia. So look to be a bit of a battle for that podium spot on that second and third. We'll see what happens in the 100-kilo class there. Now, in the 100-pluses, who do you like here?
We have Brenda Sanchez, and she's decently far out in the lead, and followed by Casey. So I'm thinking Brenda's looking like the favorite, but you never know what can happen on meet day. Casey has been having some strong training. She could come out for the win.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting you mentioned what could happen on the day. We've seen some crazy things happen days 1 through 3 here in Primetime. Things haven't been exactly as we expected. There have been some upsets that we've already seen. Kiara Wilson just last night taking it away from Jasmine C. So there has been some strange things going on, but at the same time, it goes back to what we've been saying is, you never know. Just keep hitting lifts. Build that total and wait around when it comes to deadlift. And who knows, you could be pulling for a win scenario. So we're never going to say anyone is the outright favorite unless, of course, you know,
the lead is massive.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So moving on to the 125-kilo class. So the 125-kilo class, Aaron Terry is probably the one who's coming in as the favorite, but it's not to be outdone by Mr. Yahia Abulnaga. Now, Yahia is actually only 5 kilos away on his submitted total for this particular meet. So there is a scenario for both of them to kind of try to outduel each other, maybe play a little bit of that chicken game in deadlift and see what happens if somebody has to potentially force the other's hand and pull something they can't do. I actually really am excited to see that 125 class. Now, on the 140 class, I'm looking at Alejandro Wickham. Alejandro Wickham definitely coming in at a very comfortable lead so far, but I like Carrington Amati.
And he's also a deadlifter.
Yes, Carrington Amati, deadlift advantage is huge, and he has upwards of a 385 deadlift in competition. And I've been watching training. Training has been going incredibly well. Carrington can close the gap if he has to come down to deadlifts and have to pull something for the win. So Alejandro better be hitting lifts because Carrington will be waiting there in the weeds there. So
and on screen right now, Frank Allen.
Yeah, Frank Allen. Now, Frank Allen, I know we saw at USAPL Rising Tide earlier this year. He hit a record squat, but unfortunately was not able to be registered because he did not hit a deadlift. What did you think about Frank Allen?
So I know he's been having some deadlift grip issues, but he also is extremely strong. I'm hoping he fixed those problems. His squat is massive, and on top of that, I don't know if you noticed, but he actually did a little competition yesterday for fun. So he competed yesterday, and he's going to compete today now at USA Powerlifting Primetime.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, so we got a chance to talk to some folks who were at the meet and some folks who actually got to catch up with Frank and saying it was a 4-for-9 performance. He hit 1,005. And again, this is coming off of, I believe it's less than 48 hours ago. And now his best total is 1070. We're not sure what he could do here today going off of a very, very recent performance. So he is, while he does have the big squat, he does have the big total, that is a really, really fast turnaround to expect for a performance here. So,
but
Frank
I think
Allen,
he intentionally did not go all out at that meet.
Yeah.
So that could be something very helpful. Going 4-for-9, I'm not sure if that was 4-for-9 as in he tried his best at it, or 4-for-9 like he hit the lifts and sat down. You know what I mean? So we don't really know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we weren't actually watching that one. So, but behind him, though, Sean Cock, actually the collegiate national champ, he actually has been training incredibly well. And if Frank has kind of the day that, let's say, that he had at Rising Tide, Sean Cock could actually show up here and maybe even pull the upset.
I got to speak to Sean Cock today. He's actually coming off a little bit of an injury with his back. It happened a few weeks ago, but he has been able to get back to it with training, with some PT. So I know that they're going into it. They still want to have strong lifts. Everything really depends on how everything's feeling. So it's interesting. We have Frank Allen, who just competed yesterday, and he has Sean Cock, who's coming off an injury. So different variables for each lifter.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, there is just a lot of storylines kind of going all the way across all of these lifts and all of these lifters. Now, Solana, going into this particular session, is there anyone that you really want to see on any one lift?
Frank Allen squat.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think Sean Cock's bench press.
Yeah, so that's actually kind of nice is we have some really great lifters on single lifts across the board.
Yes.
So Frank Allen on the squat, and then obviously we have the bench press and Sean Cock. But again, I had to mention, you have to reiterate, Hannah Motek's deadlift is really one to watch, especially just how speedy it is off the floor. Really, really great deadlift. Now,
wait, one more, Catherine Ducote. Again, that record's been around for years.
Yep.
Danielle Amel's record, if she can beat that, that's huge. She's never won nationals. So to come out and take a record and potentially national champion would be a great day for her.
Yeah, no, for sure. And actually, you and I had a chance to chat with Catherine Ducote. We actually shared
at the airport.
At the airport, got a chance to share a ride back this way. So for Catherine Ducote, it's very exciting. Now let's cut it to Gino, our powerlifting pirate. He's going to give some flowers, some recognition to our phenomenal USA powerlifting referees. Let's take a look.
And we appreciate them volunteering. So as I introduce each one, please give them a warm welcome. He is the chairman of the technical committee, Cat 1 international referee. He hails from Minnesota. A big round of applause for Mr. Joe Arpaia. You did high school nationals, right? He ran high school nationals this past year, ladies and gentlemen. Almost 1,000 lifters down there in Louisiana. He's Cat 1 international referee, Mr. Tyler Gerfers. He's a coach, he's a power lifter, and he is a Cat 1 international referee. It's the Dane train. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause from Michigan, Dane Roach. I know she's tired of hearing me say this, but I'm going to say it again. She's a multi-time national and world champion, and I mean a 3-lift world champion. You can't become a world champion just because you have a big bench. You have to be good at all 3 lifts. And sometimes she doesn't get the credit for that, although she is pound for pound the best bencher in the world. Coach, referee, volunteers, gives back to the sport like Arnold Schwarzenegger says. From North Carolina, Jennifer Thompson. Oh, well, thanks, ladies. You got some fans back there. Ladies and gentlemen, he runs a lot of the Pro Series competitions. He is one of the best referees out there. He's a Cat 2 international referee. He hails from Virginia. Mr. Saber Schnitzer. Oh, Saber's got some fans too, huh? Hey, I just saw him smile. That's very rare. Ladies and gentlemen, he is... Are you the co-meet director of this? The co-meet director? Oh, not for this. Well, he's the co-state chair of South Carolina. He also ran high school nationals last year. Is that correct? Ladies and gentlemen, Cat 1 international, Cat 2 blue tie, red tie, blue tie. Cat 2 international referee from South Carolina, BJ Foss. And ladies and gentlemen, he is the state chair for Indiana, USA Powerlifting. He is our technical controller. He is a national referee. A big round of applause for Alexander Walters. And where is our spotting and loading crew from? Oh, no, it's the TSS spotting and loading crew. Boom! And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce, come on over, Mike. I would like to introduce my co-announcer, the one, the only, the carnival barker from Albany, New York, Mr. Mike Perkins. All right, ladies and gentlemen, report to your positions. No more changes. Lifters at the first flight. No more changes to your openers. We are starting in 1 minute.
Thank you so much there to Gino, our powerlifting pirate. We are getting things set up. Solana, looking at our first squat, I mean, we already are starting. I mean, of course, it's day 4, but we're already starting with 3 biscuits on the bar.
I know. I mean, these are our heavier weight classes.
Yeah.
You're going to expect some heavier lifts, and this particular flight, some heavy squats.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is we talk about some of the big deadlifters, some of the big lifts that you're going to see across the board. This is our female class that's actually starting here. Hannah Motek is going to start us off in the action in the 90 kilo class with a 175 kilo squat opener.
Just looking at the bottom of the flight, we have our last lifter of the flight to start in the 100 weight class, not even the heaviest weight class here.
And we've seen that a little bit this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Not fully expected, actually. You know, kind of seeing some of these lighter lifters outdoing some of the lifters in the weight class above them. That's pretty crazy.
Yes.
Hannah Motek now coming in, squat opener, opening us up here for the action on day 4 prime time.
It's a very nice look. 3 reds.
Let's see it, Hannah. Oh, yeah.
Nice and speedy. So I'm interested
Take
in
call.
seeing, while we wait for those lights to come up, I'm interested in seeing if every single lifter can collect their first squat,
Yeah.
period. That's it. Like,
And
I don't think
fair.
it's happened yet
Fair.
with a single primetime flight.
Fair.
And remember, it's primetime, right? Like, it's the best lifters with the highest
Yeah.
totals.
Yeah.
These are even if they're not experienced as in they've done multiple nationals,
Yeah.
they've done enough meets to get here.
No, it's a great note right there, Solana, especially given that, yeah, the last couple days, it's no certainty. Now, Hannah does get that one, 3 white lights for her. Catherine Ducote now coming in, 185 squat opener.
Loving the hot pink hair.
Oh, yeah. Great look there by Catherine, our lifter based out of New York.
She's a physician's assistant.
Wow, a PA.
Yes.
That's a very involved occupation.
I know.
And wow, if you blink,
the
you missed that
snappy
one.
squat.
185 for the PA there. See the call. And you know what? It's early for LiftingCast too, Solana. You know what I mean? Like it's we're still getting going. It's
It was
okay.
announced that it was good.
You know?
I would like to assume Gino
Okay.
saw a thumbs up.
You know?
So moving on. So we were told good lift. Michelle Okpala, 185 kilos.
And again, I have my fingers crossed, just like you, Solana, on these openers being a little bit of a demon for some of our lifters this weekend.
And for various reasons too.
Yeah.
No one missed the opener on, strength.
Yes.
So far,
It's
it's
good
been a
to- yeah.
technicality.
Yeah, you have to mention that. No one's coming out here and hitting a grind on their opener. They're
Yes.
really kind of just hitting these. Maybe it's just on depth. Maybe they missed a squat command, right? Maybe they missed the rack or something. But
Mostly depth calls.
Yeah,
to be honest.
it has been mostly depth calls, and I think that again, it kind of harkens back to this is nationals. You're going to be held to the letter of the law. This is the standard you're supposed to uphold here. Approaching the bar now, our friend Shelby Morse. Shelby Morse, and that was a good lift for Michelle Okpala. Shelby Morse taking 187.5 for a ride.
So one interesting thing, people love debating this. Where should the referees sit for calling squat depth, right? And if you saw it, and you'll see them again, some of the side referees, so Saber, you can see right here, that's a really good angle. Again, in my opinion.
No, it is a good
Sometimes
angle.
you'll see them sit more towards like the front, like a 45-degree angle. I've
Yeah.
seen that a lot this weekend too.
No, I really do like that, and that's a great squat right there by Shelby Morse. Does a great job.
Yes.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. So Saber actually mentored me as a referee into becoming a national referee. And one thing that I remembered is he said the same thing. You can sit anywhere you want, but I find, this is him speaking, I find the best way to determine depth is truly at that kind of 90-degree angle.
Yes. Danny Myers-Glenn, 190 kilos.
Okay. See the call on that for Danny.
And
Yeah.
2 reds.
Did look.
Both red cards
did
for
look a
not
little
hitting
close.
depth.
Did
Depth.
look a little.
Yeah.
Saber's not going to
Borderline.
give you that one. Yeah. That one's going to be tough.
I watch facial expressions
yeah.
too.
And-
I
and
watch him lean in.
He's
It's
very
like, did
he's
you-
very active he's very active with his facial expressions now.
Yeah.
And
so you
that
can see
is-
the other side ref is more towards the front. You just saw it in the camera. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. You can sit wherever you want, but
Yeah.
some people will debate, like, is that front angle good enough to really see that?
And that's the thing is personally, I don't think so as the side referee, but as the front referee, I actually do like to sit at a bit of a 45-degree angle to kind of get some context and try to see depth as best I can from the front. Now here comes Jackie Double taking 197.5 as her squat opener.
Easy. I understand that front side angle
Yeah.
for when there's 5 spotters for
Yeah.
a 500-pound plus squat. Like, I
Yeah.
get it, because at that point, it's hard to see that period. Like, I don't know if anyone here listening has refereed,
Yeah.
but, like, they're covering everything.
Yeah. There's so much that you have to watch for as well as the chief referee, especially in some ways you're kind of the QA for the technical controller who may have missed something. I mean, I saw the other day the technical controller actually let a lifter go out without socks for his deadlift.
Ooh.
And technically, every referee should have caught that. But, you know, that can happen, especially after a long day of refereeing. Courtney Hopkins
200 kilos even.
smokes that one.
1 red light for depth by good old Saber sister.
I love that.
But she got 2 red lights. All you need is 2 red lights for the lift to count.
That's right.
McKenna Henderson's going to match that same squat opener with 200 kilos. Wearing the A7 maroon fit from head to toe. It looks really good.
Oh, very aesthetic.
Oh, yes.
With
A7.
the hair, too, by the way.
Oh,
mean,
I didn't
yeah.
even catch. Wow.
Right?
That's beautiful,
Go
actually.
off, queen. Let's go. 200 keys on the bar.
A7, major sponsor of our event, and making our lifters look good.
That's right. And McKenna Henderson does demand greatness on that one. 3 white lights.
I like that. Casey Himmelberger,
That's right.
205 kilos.
Approaching the bar. Now, Solana, in watching some of these lifters approach the bar, what kind of thoughts are rolling through your head when it comes out there? It's just like, look, it's the opener. You know, it's just like any other day. What is it for you?
I try not to think.
Yeah.
And when it comes to my athletes too, I try to say, like, just execute exactly what you always do.
Yeah.
Right? You want to just do the exact steps and make it repeatable, so you're not really thinking too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I'm wondering on depth, just from my angle. 3 right lights.
Okay,
Okay, never
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Great lift.
Yep.
Getting the replay. Oh, okay, yeah. See,
Yeah.
this angle showed me.
And something that is worthy of noting, Solana, is for some of our heavier lifters that you're going to see today, really across the board, is judging depth is actually going to be incredibly difficult, because when you see that much mass and muscle on the side of their quad, and here comes Brenda Sanchez opening us up at 215. Brenda Sanchez, the heavy favorite in 100+ kilo category. It's really difficult to discern where the top of that hip crease begins with the bottom of the knee, especially with these sleeves as well. The stiff sleeves too is what kind of hides it. So as a referee, it is kind of difficult to kind of tell to where that stretch reflex begins and ends. It's more of like sometimes it's an anatomy lesson.
Brenda Sanchez, 215 kilos. That looked good. That was fast.
Now let's see what they give her. 2-1,
2 to
and
1.
she does get that depth call. Now, Saber Schnitzer out of USA Powerlifting Virginia, the state chair out of USA Powerlifting Virginia, I do believe he's also the provisional chair out of Delaware. And Gabrielle Phelps actually here also taking 215 to close out the flight. My goodness.
Well, to close out the first attempt.
I'll finish that thought here in a second. Gabrielle Phelps, 215, squat opener. Oh,
Easy.
goodness. Wow. 3 white lights, as expected at these openers. Now, again, it didn't work out for us on this one so far, Solana. We unfortunately did have one who did
We
not
have
register.
hope in the second session. They're our
We do.
last hope.
Yes, that's it. We're pulling
That
for
they
you
will
guys.
get every single first attempt.
We're pulling for you guys. Now, Hannah Motek opening us up here on 185 on her second attempt squats. She does have a propensity for missing her third squat sometimes, which unfortunately for her case does not help out, especially because when you have that big deadlift advantage, it doesn't really help when you don't go 6 for 6 heading into it.
100%, right? At the end of the day, you have to build up that subtotal to see what you can pull at the end. And the more made lifts, the better chances are of hitting the podium position.
I love that Hannah has this very just kind of like it's very active emotions, especially when she knows it's on. And it's the same thing on deadlift. It's the same thing on squat. Is when she knows she's on, there's just this smile that goes over her face every single time. And you saw it right there on her second attempt. Here comes Danny Myers-Glynn.
So she's retaking her opener. So you have a choice, right? You can stick to the same number that she missed or go up. Sometimes people will still go up. We've seen that a lot this weekend just to get the total higher. Let's see. It looks like she got deeper on that one. To me, she got 2 white lights. That's enough. She's now on the board. So we'll see what she goes up from there. I'm only give her 7.5. I feel like the extra sinking took a lot of effort.
I think so too.
All right, Catherine Ducote. I must say she is my teammate, so I feel like I'm unfairly rooting.
There's a conflict of interest form you needed to sign ahead of this one. 195 squat second attempt. Catherine Ducote, coached by the great David Wilson.
That moved well.
Oh my goodness. See the call.
Oh,
tough.
Depth call. I wonder if we can get a replay, but
That's tough. Let's see it. God.
her from the front. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll see if she, again, like we said, you can go up.
Yeah.
You can keep it. I think they'll take a baby jump, if
Yeah.
I had to guess.
I think it was 50-50 on that one. That actually didn't look too bad on my end. Now here comes Michelle Okpala, 195 squat second attempt.
With the nails. I love
I see it.
seeing long nails
I see it.
when you powerlift because I don't understand how it's done.
I don't know how you deadlift with it, but yeah.
Even squatting. Like,
Yeah.
that was a really good looking squat. The way her thumb has to go over just to hold the nail.
Yeah.
As someone who's tried lifting with very long nails, I'm super
Yeah. Now imagine trying to do
Impressed.
hook grip with extremely long nails.
like I said, very
Yeah.
impressive squat and very impressive nails.
Yeah.
Shelby Morse, 197.5 kilos.
10-kilo jump here for Shelby. Really fun talking to Shelby the other day. Just a great personality and just really excited to show out here in Primetime Day 4.
Obviously, Catherine's going to retake that squat. Safe call.
And I think so too, yeah. It just makes sense, especially with an experienced coach like David Wilson. He really knows what he's doing there. Okay.
Okay.
A little grindy.
3 white lights.
Okay.
So
No
we'll see how
issues.
much she goes up.
What
I
would
think
you-
maybe.
What would you do here? Good depth there. Great shot by
I
our
think
team.
if she can push 5 kilos.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good call.
So Jacqueline Dublé, 207.5 kilos. Nice little 10-kilo jump. We'll see how she does with this.
Yeah, Jackie coming out here in the full all black.
All black A7 singlet.
It's a funeral for these weights out here. I see it. Jackie double. Let's go. Let's see the call on that one.
And 3 white lights. And Courtney Hopkins will be coming up next.
Jackie double, with how quickly that one moved. With Jackie double, how quickly that one moved, wouldn't be crazy to jump 10 and maybe go for a chip on a PR. Here comes Courtney Hopkins, also taking a 10-kilo jump to 210.
Getting settled. All right, that moved like a good second. And 3 white lights.
Love that one.
McKenna Henderson.
Here
She
comes
did the
McKenna.
2024 Arnold and Equip Nationals. So that's 2 really big meets. 3rd big meet of the year. Her best squat in comp is
That's an equipped squat, actually, so it's 272. Looking like. Oh, yeah.
That was good. I'm always curious to compare a equipped squat to, that was 2 white lights, okay, still counted, an equipped squat to a raw squat.
Yeah.
You can see how much more the equipment gets you.
Yeah.
And Casey Himmelberger taking a 12.5 kilo jump to 17.5 kilos.
This would actually be a 2.5 kilo PR for Casey.
Best feeling ever PRing on your second attempt.
Oh, man. Yeah, because assuming you hit this, everything after that is house money.
Yes. It means training went really well.
Yeah. Now, interestingly enough, Casey doesn't use any real chalk on her back there.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. So that's something that's.
That was a strong second.
See the call on that one.
3 white lights.
And the only reason I mention that is it's not necessary. These bars are pretty fresh, and there's really good knurling on them. Just some lifters, I'm just so used to seeing that that cascade of chalk across their rear delts, right in their traps. Here comes Gabrielle Phelps. Gabrielle Phelps already jumping to 501 pounds on her second attempt, 227.5 kilos on the bar.
And now you'll see 5 spotters. This is where it gets hard for the referees to see. That's why I'm pointing that out.
A lot of bodies in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh,
Gabby.
strong second. 3 white lights.
227.5. Now, this is moving well enough. She's still 10 keys out from her PR. So we'll see if she either tries to tie it or maybe even surpass it. I would think.
I say tie it.
I would say tie it.
I know from what we talked about today, if she ties her best, that would be amazing for her because she says she wants to get back to it. So
that would make sense. So here comes Brenda Sanchez. Brenda Sanchez, the heavy favorite so far in 100+ kilo category, jumping 15 to 230. For Brenda Sanchez now, her PR is within reach. It's 10 kilos away, depending on how this one moves. Let's see it, Brenda. Okay.
that moved easy. Let's see what they say. I was worried.
That's tough. And Solana, you did a great job there. It's all those bodies around, right? All of those spotters around. For the referees, the task becomes that much harder. And it makes me wonder as to that might be why the other side referee isn't at the true 90 angle mark. He
That's
might
what
be
I was
there.
saying.
Yeah, at that 70 angle mark. So that was a good catch. Hannah Motek now. We're moving right along, Solana. It's moving on quick.
I know, we're already on thirds.
Yeah, already on thirds here for our female side. Hannah Motek taking 192.5 for a ride. This would chip her PR now by 2.5 kilos. Game day coach there, her boyfriend JP Rich. Okay.
Yes.
Love the emotion on that.
Yes.
3
white lights.
white lights.
And she fought for that.
The hammer.
2.5 kilo meat PR.
Let's go, Hannah.
So next we had Captain Dakota. So she missed her seconds. She's retaking it. Again, I say smart call, right? I know she's coming in as the favorite with the highest total. She wants to win it, but if you don't get your second and third, makes it hard. So retaking is a smart move.
Yeah.
It was just on depth, so she sinks a little bit more. She's good.
All right, let's see it here, Catherine. Pulling for her. Oh, yeah.
So much
okay,
better.
come on.
And I know she wishes the second was like that. So
Yeah.
much better.
I
See,
mean,
yeah, you see the face? Like,
yeah,
oh, see,
it's
if
like,
I just done that
you
before.
know. That one was no doubt, though, Solana.
That's why I was
Yeah.
wondering if she would go up. 'Cause I'm like, I know she can sink it. She sinks her squats more often.
Really great replay we're
Did
seeing
not.
here. Tight shot
Yeah,
on
that was
it,
very deep.
right out of the hole. And, yeah, it is frustrating, though, isn't
Right?
it,
It's
sometimes?
like happy, but it's like, party's like, what if I move slower just to make it feel better?
I
It was right
know.
there.
It's a little bit of a heartbreaker sometimes when you hit that, but you knew you had more. Danny Myers-Glenn, 197.5 on the bar.
She gets it up. Let's see the call, though. 3 white lights.
Okay, all right. And for Danny Myers-Glenn, again, a little bit of that mid-high bar position you kind of see on her squat.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah. And it rolled a little bit, too.
It did.
Yeah.
Which I see more often
on high
with
bar.
high bar.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, right, is kind of
it's
like you would
not that
think
weird.
that
You
it's
can't
stacked.
dig into your traps, so I think it's very normal.
Yeah.
You can't dig into your traps at all.
Yeah.
All right, Michelle Okpala taking a 7.5 kilo jump to 202.5.
This would be a 5 kilo PR attempt for Michelle.
Let's go.
A little bit of that pre-hinge you're seeing there.
There we go. That moved fast. Let's see what they say. 3 white lights.
I like it. Come on, Michelle.
Yes.
Have a day. Have a day. 3 for 3 on squats there for her.
Oh, look at this angle. Oh, that was really good.
Shelby Morse. I'm sure you've heard this before, Solana. PR attempt.
PR attempt, 202.5.
2.5 kilo PR attempt here for our friend Shelby Morse.
It says a lot to be able to PR in a big stage like this.
Oh, apologies. Actually, no, that is just under. Sorry. Just under her PR, 202.5. Her PR is 205.
Okay.
You see your game day
Let's
coaches.
see it.
One of her game day coaches as well, Sophia Veras. Sophia Veras, our colleague as well here at USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals. Done a little bit of everything.
Pro-equipped finals champion.
That's right. Great commentator, great referee. Okay, Shelby.
Yes, Shelby.
See it?
Yes, 3 white lights. That was a very good call. Good attempt selection.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is sometimes do you really want to force your hand if you don't think it's there, Solana? It's like that was a great example, is taking absolutely what's there, even if it's not matching your PR.
Yes.
Great job and great poise here on the big stage. Now we're moving on to Courtney Hopkins. Courtney is now taking 215, which actually this indeed would be a PR attempt. Her previous competition PR was 211.
Yes, our collegiate 2-time national champion.
Oh,
stands
Courtney.
up with the weight. And gets 3 white lights.
Let's go. Come
Beautiful.
on.
All-time PR.
Let's go.
That was good.
Great
She's
shot.
taking 2.
Big shout out to the Bearcats there, University of Cincinnati. Jackie Double here coming 217.5 on the bar. This would be a 2.5 kilo PR attempt for Jacqueline.
Let's go.
Oh, hard off the floor. I did see the toes pop up, but let's see the call.
3 red lights.
There we go.
Your toes can,
Your
can roll back and forth
I was
from
about to say,
heel
like,
to toe.
you're-
You just can't move your actual foot over.
Yeah, I was going to get to that now. So here we go. McKenna Henderson, 220 on the bar. 7.5 kilos jump for McKenna.
Let's see it. I really love the fit. She did a good job.
Oh, you
She killed it with the hair.
Yeah, no.
She just needs a maroon belt.
Let's see it, McKenna. 220 on the bar for this third attempt. Former equipped champion. Oh, tough.
All right.
Tough.
It's like she hit the bottom really hard and it was
ran
just
out of
tough
gas
to get up.
a little bit. Now here comes Casey Himmelberger.
So you see it right there, replay? Right there. She was
right
like,
out of the
I don't
hole.
got it.
And
That's sticking point. I don't got it. All right.
it's tough. That's tough. 225 on the bar here for Casey Himmelberger. This would blow her PR away by 10 kilos.
Wow. Yes, because she already PR'd in the second,
Yep.
right?
Uh-huh. Sure enough.
All right, let's see it. Big. This is a big stage to get a PR that big on.
I mean, prime time.
I know.
Sheesh. Okay, a little bit of a stumble there on the walkout.
Let's go.
Okay,
that was
she
really
likes it.
good.
see if the referees do.
2-1, good lift.
I love that. Tremendous work there
This
by
is a
Gabrielle
world
Phillips.
Raw open squat record Gabrielle Phillips is going for. Last year's national champion. Can she hit this weight?
231. Crazy. This is an American record attempt already. Records will fall.
Let's go. And she powers
All
through.
right.
3 white lights.
All right.
Good lift.
Come on. She loves it. And what a feeling to be able to do it at prime time, and then you get your hand raised there by Gino, the powerlifting pirate. I mean,
Good feeling.
yeah.
And
man.
then Brenda. So Brenda missed her second, and she decided to go up anyway. So she's the first one to miss lifts tonight and go up regardless. But we've seen it a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
She missed it on depth, but I know she came here. She wants to try to get that high total and see where she can place on the podium.
Some strange things happening so far in our primetime sessions. This isn't going to be a PR attempt for Brenda. Have to note that her PR is 240. But again, you have to kind of take what's there. There's always circumstances that change.
Also, do you want to take the planned jump when you miss your second, right?
Yeah.
So go up and maybe not
Yeah.
up as far as you planned.
There's a safe play in there. Come on, Brenda.
Okay, now did she get low enough? Oh, no, she did not.
Now-
1 white light, 2 reds.
As a coach, Solana, gotta go to the jury, right?
I mean, yeah, you go to the jury for sure and just
Yeah. See what they. Yeah.
if there's any chance,
Yeah.
right?
Doesn't hurt. And sure enough, they did. Sure enough, they did. But it looks like we'll have to take a look and see if they can change it.
In
Or
the
not.
meantime, that was the end of the women's flight.
Wow.
Now we're on some men, starting with Carrington Amati, 292.5 on the bar.
We talk about deadlift advantage. Carrington Amati truly has it, opening us up.
Very easy opener.
See the call on that.
And 3 white lights.
Like that one. And coached by the great Marcellus Williams, the Swolefessor. Carrington actually has been very active in Raw Nationals so far. I don't know if you've been watching some of the other sessions outside of even primetime.
I've seen him handle a lot.
Carrington, I actually want to see the Apple Watch. I want to see what the steps look like from day to day. That actually is really impressive now to do all that and then go into primetime on day 4. My man.
Caleb Slaughter, 295 on the bar.
And here comes the man out of Blacksburg, Virginia. Very good gym. Hokey, hokey, hokey high. Caleb Slaughter coming out of the alma mater there. 295 on the bar. Oh, yeah. Let's see it.
3 white lights.
Strongest Hokey House enjoyer. Yahia Abulnaga, 297.5 on the bar. Squat opener. Now, Yahia, we actually mentioned earlier in the open, is he does have a chance to possibly sneak in and battle a little bit of Aaron. I mean, he's within reach. It's a 5 kilos separating the two of them.
And recently I had 30 kilos to his squat.
Come on now. Now, in getting ready for some of these primetime sessions, Solana, I'm curious, do you ever possibly look at your fellow competitions training?
I do.
Yeah.
I do for fun, but I don't like study it too hard.
Yeah. Just kind of checking things out and be like, oh, wow, she's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some people do, some people don't. Depends on the person.
Yeah.
It can help push and motivate some people,
Yeah.
and others it just doesn't help them.
Yeah.
So he has a really light 125. He actually weighed in at 110.85, which is 5 kilos above the 105 weight class.
Wow. Must be a big Bob Matthews fan. Let's see it. He's waiting on the squat command. Let's get it in time. Okay, he got it in time. Okay. See the call on that.
And 2-1, good lift.
All right. I like that one. And he does a little bit of that pre-hinge there, Solana. And looking at some of these lifters, not saying that's the meta. I've seen a few lifters kind of start to do it across the board, is kind of initiating that squat by dropping the hips back and then descending instead of kind of doing it where the hips and the knees break at the same time. It's interesting.
Agreed.
Omar Marquez now taking us to 310 on his opener.
So I actually meant to say the 110 weight class. So he's 0.85 above the 110 weight class, Yahia.
Wow.
Like, not even 1 full kilo.
Yeah. How about that?
Interesting.
The Yahia era, if you will. Omar Marquez. All right.
Okay. Looked a little bit slow for an opener.
Yeah.
2-to-1, good lift.
All right. And sure enough, sometimes we don't always know the context, right, Solana? We're not entirely certain if something may have moved a little bit differently. I mean, he might have lost his brace a little bit on the way up.
Not sure.
Yeah.
I spoke to him today. We did an interview, and he did mention that squat chain was going very, very well.
Okay.
So I'm curious to see how he kind of bounces back and goes. How much he goes up in a second.
Now, Aaron Terry, we did mention at the Open, the favorite in the 125s, opening at 320. Big shout out to TSA right there. Oh, sinking
Easy
that
opener. Easy opener. 3 white lights.
Like that one for Aaron. And hanging out there, what's oh, was he helping out the spotters, I think, in re-racking there? Interesting. He kind of hung out for a second.
And Nathan Red Wing is coming out. $340 kilos. All right, so let's see it. Nathan Red Wing.
927 he had at the Arnold.
And he's last year's national champion.
All right, Nathan.
Strong opener.
See the call on that one.
3 white lights.
I like that. I like that. Now, Nathan, also interesting singlet there, that Elite FTS singlet I was seeing. Bit of a different construct than some of the other ones we've seen there. Showing that Raw Nationals logo, though. I like that. And here comes Sean Cock. Sean Cock coming out of Midland powerlifting program. Now, Sean Cock, interesting to note, some people watching stream may recognize him. He has had ongoing litigation currently with Powerlifting America for that IPF Article 14. So we'll see how things go on that end. But Sean Cock here, definitely someone to watch if Frank Allen leaves the door open.
I know he had the goal of crossing the 1,000-kilo mark, but I also am aware that he is dealing with some back pain. So we're going to see. He's going to see how the day goes. That was a good opener.
3 white lights for Sean.
So let's just see. I'm just going to watch how big his jumps are, but that looked very comfortable.
Yeah, interesting when I'm watching some of these, especially the lifters out of Midland. These Midland lifters, man, I mean, incredible program in powerlifting. Alejandro Wickham, we had mentioned at the top. Heavy favorite in the 140s. Opening at 352.
All right, so let's see how this moves as we get towards the end of our flights.
And looking at those uprights, not uncommon to see it a little bit adjusted, kind of inwards for our heavier lifters.
So the hands can go outside the actual rack.
That's right. Let's see it, Alejandro. USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals Primetime, day 4.
Yes, easy opener.
See that bar oscillation
That's the thing.
there?
When it comes to heavier weight classes, you'll see
3 white lights.
a fast descent, a bounce out the hole, and like a fast ascent.
Now, here's another brand name, Frank Allen, opening at 355.
Is John DeLezio handling him?
It's looking like it, the state chair for New Jersey.
Wow, let's go.
And Frank Allen, have to bury the lead. He did compete very recently.
Yesterday.
Just yesterday, going 4 for 9. Now, Frank Allen at the Rising Tide earlier this year almost had a squat or a squat American record. Unfortunately, was not able to register a deadlift. Therefore, that squat record was not his.
So let's see how it moves today. 355.
Oh,
Very
my.
comfortable opener. He's on.
See the call on this.
3 white lights.
Okay, I like it, Frank.
All right. I can't wait to see the third attempt.
Hot start. Hot start there for Frank. More than likely, Solana closing us out at the end of the session.
Absolutely.
Yeah. More than
Well,
likely.
let me not say absolutely.
I know, I was going to say it was like
good chance.
knock
Good
on
chance.
wood. Yeah, good
We
chance.
do have Alejandro Wickham at the bottom here. You can see he's going for a record already for second attempt. So, and he took a 30-kilo jump. So we'll see.
Man, I love the heavyweights. I tell you, it's I really do. It's some of my favorite powerlifting to watch. Caleb Slaughter, 315 on the bar, making his primetime debut. Spending his Saturdays at Lane Stadium. Let's see, Caleb. 315.
Okay, that moved well. 3 white lights.
I like it, Caleb now. And for someone like Caleb, I actually saw him in the back. One of the taller lifters really across all of nationals. I mean, he is a really, really tall lifter. So you can see how high those rack heights are. Man, that range of motion, it's not easy.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
But I feel like we have a decent amount of taller lifters for the heavyweight class,
we do.
right?
We do. Yeah.
Carrington's not short,
We do.
but he's not as tall.
No, Caleb is very, very tall. Now Carrington coming off of a 9-for-9 performance just last year. Here's 317 on the bar, squat second
Okay.
attempt.
Good second, good second.
See the call.
3 white lights, very nice.
I like it. I like it there for Carrington.
Him and
he
his
likes
handler
it.
look happy.
Yep. Yahia Bolnaga now also taking 317 for his planned second attempt.
Again, weighed in not even a full kilo above the weight class below.
Yep.
So I do wonder what made him not want to cut. And Jennifer Thompson, multi-time national champion, competed 2 nights ago in primetime and now out here refereeing.
Doing the business. Doing the business. Really love to see how many lifters are also kind of around the platform, whether it be coaching, refereeing, spotting, loading. Man, I've even seen some people. I saw Sophia Veras. I know this is getting old, but she was actually on the camera. She was operating the camera the other day around the platform, and that's incredible. Yohei Abulnaga, 317 on the bar for his second. Trying to keep pace with the Aaron Terry. Okay. Let's see it.
2-to-1, good lift.
I like it. I like it.
All right. Omar Marquez. So one thing about Omar, last year at Nationals, he actually missed weight and had to compete as a guest lifter.
Oh, no.
So this year, I know he, instead of doing a water cut or a gut cut, he actually cut actual weight just to be walking about 1 or 2 kilos above his weight class.
Yeah.
But I am wondering, because that opener moved kind of slow, and he's a little bit underweight, only by a kilo, but I wonder if how well the recomp went.
Well, this attempt would tie his PR. So let's see how it moves. Trying to tie his competition PR on his second attempt. Oh.
I was worried that would
okay.
happen. Oof.
Now,
Okay.
now that's tough.
He
Solana.
took the planned second, but the opener moved slow.
Yeah. And the thing is, you can't go back down.
No.
You have to stay here, and he's obviously going to probably retake it. Or, you know, for these heavier lifters, there is sometimes the school of thought, Solana, is because they move such heavy weight, do you potentially scrap the attempt?
We'll see. I feel
Yeah.
like he'll go for it again.
Yeah, I think that would be conventional wisdom there. Now,
Aaron Terry.
This is 335. Aaron Terry coming in with a lot of progress and a lot of momentum coming in here now as the expected favorite in the 125s.
He's won his last 6 competitions.
My man. Okay.
Very nice.
See it.
3 white lights.
I like it. I like it, Aaron. Keeping pace. Trying to keep Yahia in arm's reach. Right? Stay back right here, young man. 347 on the bar now for Nathan Redwing. Nathan recently competing at the Arnold.
His best squat is 345, so this will be a 2.5 kilo PR here.
Love seeing a PR attempt here on seconds.
The best feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Slowing up from there.
That's right. Let's see it, Nathan.
And the 140 squat record is actually 381.
Okay. See the call.
I see someone at the bottom
3
of the
white
flight
lights.
wants to go past it.
Sean Cock now, 375 on the bar for Sean.
All right, let's go. 25 kilo jump. I love watching these jumps for the heavyweights.
Yeah. And given, obviously, the percentage of jump, speaking of kind of like when you're in that 350 plus category, you will kind of see some of those 30 kilo, 20 kilo plus jumps. I think that's to be expected. Sean Cock now getting set up.
Oh, that moves so well.
Now let's see it. 3 white lights
Very
for
nice.
Sean.
All right, his best squat's 405, so I wonder what he'll go to next.
I mean, that was very snappy.
I wonder if he'll go, I feel like he'll go just under it.
I think
Just
that's,
guess like 400.
I was going to say, that would be a fair guess. But then again, who knows? Here comes Frank Allen. 375 here for Frank. Again, had that record earlier this year and then lost it by not registering a deadlift.
That
All right,
moved.
Frank.
Let's see it. 3 white lights, that moved very well.
Very speedy now. Solana, given that the record that he has, his own record is 430, probably not going to be going for it today.
No, that's a very large jump.
Yeah.
I think around 405, 410.
I think that could be 382 on the bar. Solana, you know what that means.
He's trying to beat the American record by 1 kilo right here. It is currently 381.
On a second attempt.
On a second attempt,
Word?
yes, sir.
That's what we're on, Alejandro? Let's go. Look at all those reds on the bar. We got some action coming already in the second attempt, Solana. My man, Alejandro Wickham, 382 American record attempt.
Let's see it. Come on.
Oh,
nope. Oh.
tough. Okay. So
Okay.
Solana,
30 kilo jump.
he says he says, I got it. I can do it again. Looks like he's going to retake that.
Misgroup.
Hey,
it could have got out of position.
Hey, it
I
it's
get nervous
happened.
to say that. Like,
I know.
RPA with misgroup.
I know, RPA, or my life, yeah. Anyways, Caleb Slaughter now, 322.5 on his planned third. Jumping 7.5 kilos for Caleb. This would absolutely destroy his PR. His PR is 310. He already PR'd on his second.
He did.
This would be a massive jump here by 12.5 kilos. And he just hit that 500 dots last year at 2023 Raw Nationals. Our Virginia lifter, our Virginia Tech lifter, Caleb Slaughter. Trying to
Let's
make
see
a
it.
statement in his primetime debut under the big lights, day 4 primetime. Come on, Caleb.
Yes.
Okay.
Very nice. 3 white lights.
This
Very good
young
lift.
man is strong. Caleb Slaughter. Slaughter at fitness.
And very deep, too.
Oh, man. Slaughtering PRs as well. Great job there. He moves on to bench press. Here comes Omar Marquez.
Retaking his second. He tried it, 325.
And
Missed
again,
it. It looked like it was on strength, so we'll see.
Solana, he had mentioned that he had made some nutritional changes and trying to make sure that he could make weight. He had those issues before. Not sure if that could be rearing its ugly head again here on day 4.
Well, he made weight easily, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how like the recomping could have gone.
Yeah.
But regardless,
Trying
we'll
to
see.
retake it.
That was a big jump from first to second based on how the
Yeah.
first moved. Can he recover?
Oh no. Okay. And I like that you mentioned it, Solana, is there could be a recomp thing going on here, and maybe trying to kind of go back to the drawing board and figure out and see what with his camp to see what they can do better next time. Now onwards to Carrington Amati, 330 kilos for Carrington. This would destroy his PR by 7.5 kilos.
Let's see it.
Day 4
Feeling
prime
out the
time.
weight.
I mean, this would be huge for Carrington going into bench press.
Let's go.
Okay,
no.
now shook his head immediately out of the hole. And
The second did move well.
it did, and that was a worthy jump. That was definitely worth taking the shot, I think. Yahia Abulnaga, now Yahia took a 10-kilo jump from his first to second, but this time around he's taking a 15-kilo jump to 332.
So let's see how it goes with Yahia.
Let's go,
Solid
Yahia.
jump.
Got some hype. Got Billy Squire in the back. It's Raw Nationals, baby. Yahia trying to put some pressure on Aaron Terry.
Taking a big brace. Let's go. Let's go. All right,
See the
let's
call on that.
see. He stands up with it. Oh, depth card. He got one
Yeah.
yellow card and one red card.
Now on
So
on
red
the,
card is depth, and the
Yeah.
yellow card, I'm not sure. They're
Not-
not going to go challenge it,
no,
looks like.
no, looks like his coach kind of saw it too. Aaron Terry, 345 on the bar here for Aaron Terry. Aaron, now that after that miss by Yahia, Aaron could kind of separate himself here, keeping Yahia at arm's distance. 345. This is not a PR attempt, but it is just under. Let's see it, Aaron.
Let's go. Oh, that was very nice.
Oh, yeah. See the call.
3 white lights, and he
white
breaks
lights.
through a streak of 3 reds on the third attempt.
I like it.
Hopefully we get more greens on LiftingCast. Nathan Redwing only taking a 5-kilo jump. Overall, he's taking pretty small jumps.
Now for Nathan, this actually, so his last squat was a PR already. This is house money. This would be this would blast his PR now by 7.5 kilos. 352 on the bar here for Nathan Redwing. Trying to PR day 4 prime time. Again.
Let's go.
Out of the hole.
That was very nice.
Blast through the sticking point.
3 white lights.
I love that. I love that. Very pretty squat on Nathan Redwing. Can stay really upright too.
Nice.
Very, very pretty squat, Nathan
All right,
Redwing.
for Alejandro, he missed it on second, where he went for a record. And it just the way he reacted, it seemed like maybe he got out of positioning. So he might be able to get this.
Yeah.
It'll break the American record by 1 kilo.
Had that reaction immediately too when he turned around to his coach, didn't he? Was, hey, we're going for it again. Run it back, run it back.
Trying to get some hype from the
Yeah.
audience.
This is day 4 prime time. We got the big boys out here, and we got the big weights on the bar.
He walks it out. Let's go. Oh, got a little bit higher, but it looks like the bar starts to actually move forward on his back.
And
that higher bar position.
That can happen on, as you had mentioned, Solana, on that higher bar position. That can happen. You can get out of position, especially when you kind of have that hard stretch reflex out of the hole. Frank Allen now, we had mentioned the likelihood of him trying to maybe play it safe, you know, and we kind of expected him to be at the bottom of the flight, but guess what? He's not at the bottom of the flight. He did just compete only 24 hours ago, so coming with 392 on the bar, well under his own PR of 430.
Let's see it.
Second to last in the flight, Frank Allen. Never
Come
thought
on.
I'd hear that. Come on.
Okay, that was pretty comfortable.
Let's see it.
That was a comfortable lift. 3 white lights.
I like that. Frank Allen still getting the job done. 3 for 3, Frank Allen.
Very nice.
Now here comes Sean Cock out of Midland University. He is actually going to close us out on this flight and in this session. 400 big ones on the bar, 400 kilo squats for Sean, 140 plus. Wow.
All right, let's see this. 400 kilos, 880 pounds.
Wow. $400 kilo squats we're seeing out here in prime time.
All right, he's going to get set. Now, again, this is only 5 off his best, and again, he was dealing with a back injury just 3 weeks ago. So if he can get this, that is saying a lot. They did a great job pushing through that injury.
Big confidence builder if he can hit this.
Come on!
Sean!
Oh!
And ever so slightly out of position. When it comes to that, Solana, it can happen, especially when you're going on that third attempt. Any little misgroove, anything on the bar, you know, it can spell disaster. Now, that wraps our squat session, day 4 prime time. Now let's look at our standings. We got Frank at the top. Sean now just behind him, missing that third attempt squat. Lorenzo Barnes actually now in our 3rd place, and Nathan Red Wing just behind him in 4th.
Yes.
Let's take a look at our 140 kilo
class. We have
class.
the Alejandro Wickham, who only got 1 squat, but still in 1st. Josh Longoria actually in 2nd, and Travis Crudup in 3rd place.
Carrington following up right there at the end.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the 100. Let's take a
person.
look at the women's 100 kilo class. Or apologies, we should be looking at the men's 125s. The women's category, the 100 plus, we got Gabby leading the charge. Right behind her, Nadia, and then Kimura. Now, seeing some of these general session lifters sneaking into the top 3. Now, again, this is not the entire totals. These are just after squats.
Yes. Shout out to Kimura from New Jersey.
That's right.
And women's 100, we have Gabrielle Phelps, Jacqueline Dublé, and Elizabeth Cullen rounding out our top 3 for now, again, just based off the squats.
Now let's take a look at the 90s. Courtney Hopkins leading the charge, 215. And then McKenna Henderson, Catherine Ducote, and Cipriana right there in 4th. So, Solana, who stuck out to you on the women's and the men's side in this session so far?
On the women's side, I'm going to go with Courtney Hopkins.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching her, and her best was 211. She got the collegiate record.
Yeah.
So to get 215, 4 kilos, amazing.
Yeah. Well, let's kick it to Casey on the floor with Gabrielle Phelps.
Go ahead again. Yeah. Just make sure I stay tight and be aggressive. You know, this meet's a kind of a redemption meet for me from last one because I was injured. I still won, but I really want to come back and get nothing less than 500 on squat, so it feels great.
It was amazing to watch. We're super excited to see what you bring to bench. Do you have anything kind of in mind going into it?
I don't want to leave with anything less than 281. I want a PR, and that's going to be awesome because I had a bum shoulder, so that's going to feel great.
Well, we're here to hype you up for it. We're going to send it back to the commentators and let you get warming back up for bench.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Casey. And with that, that wraps our squats here at 2024 USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals Primetime Day 4. We're on to the big bench presses. Join us here in the next 10 minutes. USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals Primetime Day 4, the last day. I know it's tough to believe, but it is the last day of Primetime.
It flew by.
Doesn't it always, right?
It does.
The weekend goes by way too fast. Now we're moving on to bench press. This is our ladies opening us up. Danny Myers-Glynn with 100 kilos on the bar on bench press.
Very easy opener.
Very snappy.
And 3 white lights.
Expected there. Onwards to Brenda Sanchez.
Yes.
Brenda Sanchez missing that squat earlier.
Yeah, both squats. Tough, only ending up with the opener.
Yeah, leaving the door open, and that has happened a bit so far in some of our primetime sessions. 102 on the bar for Brenda Sanchez. Hopefully trying to right the ship here on bench press.
Yeah, turn it around a little bit.
Yeah, got to build that momentum to finish it out.
Wearing the pretty A7.
Yeah. And actually, did she have the black singlet on earlier? I don't know.
My memory is not that good.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I do see some lifters opting to switch in between disciplines.
Mm-hmm. Easy.
Very soft
nice.
touch point there. 3 white lights. Casey Himmelberger.
Jen Thompson being the chief referee for bench press.
That's
fitting, special.
Isn't it? Right? Who would you rather have than the GOAT right there, right? I mean, Hall of Famer.
And one thing about Jen, we had a conversation a while ago, like a few years ago. She was like, I like it when the second the bar starts moving, you get the press command. So she really wants to be as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Like, she's not trying to hold it. When the bar is motionless, you'll hear press.
Gets the call.
There we go. Easy.
Let's see it.
Waiting for those lights. Leo, Flight B, all the openers were green lights or white lights.
Come on. Come on, give me that.
They're
Let's
the
go.
only one.
Let's go. We did it. All right, I'm going
time.
home. No, all right. Great job there, team. And she gets that one for Casey. Onwards to Michelle Okpala, opening at 105.
All right, let's see this bench press.
Now, we mentioned it. Our chief referee is the great Jen Thompson. How cool is that to kind of walk out and you see, well, hold on, Hall of Famer sitting in the chief referee chair? That's awesome.
Best bencher in the world.
I know, right? On bench press, right? Crazy.
Right. That's probably why they gave it to her. It's
I was
like, you know what?
wondering.
No one more fitting than you.
I know.
Sit right here.
I know. 3 red lights there for Michelle. That was a great job.
Courtney Hopkins.
I see what you guys did there. Saber.
Our
Jen.
our two-time collegiate national champion from this year and last year.
Coming out of the University of Cincinnati.
Coming off a nice 4-kilo squat PR.
Very soft touch on that one on the bench press. See the call. She gets a yellow there. And on bench press, that could mean any number of things. Could have been that the butt popped up off the bench. Could have been that she could have rushed a command. There's a couple of infractions that could happen on bench press with a yellow card. Now here comes the hammer. Big squat. That 192 was very emotional for her. You saw it.
I know.
107.
Her day is going as she wanted it to so far.
Yep. Keeping pace. Taking a while to get that start command. No big deal.
Very solid.
Yep. 3 white lights. Now, for that case, you got to be ready for anything. In training for some lifters, it is sometimes getting shocked that they get a really long start command, like just kind of holding it out there. So sometimes it's good to kind of, especially leading into prep, maybe some longer holds before you start your bench press.
Yes. Can definitely practice that to help you be ready for meet day. And sometimes you want to practice some longer pauses, but these have been very fair press commands.
Yeah.
As I told you, Jen's like, the second the bar stops moving, you'll hear press.
She's one who definitely knows, right?
Yes.
Jacqueline Double taking 110. Speaking of 110, let's see the call here real quick.
3 white lights.
Love that. Speaking of 110, have to shout out one of our sponsors here also at USA Powerlifting, 110 Supplements. Our buddy Kevin Pop out there slinging some pre-workout. T-shirts as well.
Amazing graphic tees, and a lot of the athletes in the back are drinking 110 for pre-workout right now.
That's right. That's right. Actually, I have a T-shirt wearing on the flight on the way tomorrow.
Very nice.
Yeah, very, very cool. Always good to see and support a great guy like Kevin. And
McKenna Henderson.
110. Also 110.
That was how we get started with the conversation.
Yeah.
I can't. Okay.
No, okay. Well, McKenna as well. That was Jackie on the last one. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So that's just, seeing double there.
Gabrielle Phelps.
Gabrielle Phelps now jumping up to 115 now. We're getting ever so close, Solana, to that 2 red territory. And these are just openers.
I know.
Crazy stuff we're seeing out of our females here on day 4 Primetime.
Very nice.
See the call.
3 white lights.
I like it. I like it. Adding a little 2.5 now to the bar for Shelby Morse.
And Shelby coming out, 117.5. Explaining how she wants to lift off. I think it's important to do that every single time you go out for an attempt.
Critical.
And sometimes I'll see people not do it for second and third. I'm like, no. You don't remember.
You don't remember
I'm
me.
sure. I'm just going to say it again.
Even if it's a smaller meet,
I don't care.
You got to.
I'm definitely
you got
saying
to.
it again.
And in excruciating detail, too, is I do this. This is my cadence. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Right? I take a big deep breath, right? Something like that. Up and out or just up. Okay.
Very nice.
See the call. 3 white lights. And who do we got coming up next, Solana?
Catherine Ducote, my teammate, who I know has a big goal of trying to break Daniela Mella's record. That's 138 kilos. So if things go according to plan, she should break it on the 3rd attempt.
The buff ginger herself.
She has hit in training 140 a few times. I didn't get to see it because she wouldn't post it, which is smart.
Hey,
it's smart.
Hey,
but
there's levels to this.
There is.
Catherine Ducote opening up with 2 biscuits on the bar.
I'm nervous she won't get the start command though.
I was
with
going
the
to say,
elbows.
those elbows look suspect.
She got 28 seconds. She got time.
Okay. All right. Now she has confirmation. She does have time. She has about 20 seconds to get the start command.
I watched her in the back, and it looked good to me, the last warm-up I saw.
Well, she needs a little bit. It looks
With
like
the left elbow.
that left
Okay,
one
okay,
looks.
she got
okay.
it. It
All
just
right.
doesn't- you know, it doesn't even straighten up at the end of the lift either, so maybe that's just how
That
it
is
is.
her extension. Yeah.
3 white lights.
3 lights. And Solana, we had kind of mentioned in refereeing some other meets and other lifters is sometimes on that first one, you're not sure, is that your extension? And then you can get more at the lockout. The
You're
second
like,
time
okay,
around,
never
you're
mind.
not given that gift
Yes.
anymore. So here comes Danny Myers-Glenn. 105 on the bar. Now we're onwards to the second attempts already, Solana.
Flying by. Bench is always fast,
Bench is quick.
especially for a female flight. It's like pretty quick to take the plates off and on.
Okay, a little bit through the sticking point. See the call.
3 right lights, and I expect a 2.5 kilo jump.
I would think that, yeah. And we talk about bench press, that third attempt bench press, how statistically speaking it is the least made lift across all of powerlifting. It's nice to kind of take a little bit out of the equation and just play the safe bet. Play the safe bet. Here comes Brenda Sanchez taking 107.5. Had a little bit of a rough squat session to open her day, looking to kind of build some momentum here now. This would be 2.5 kilos just under her PR.
Let's see it. Getting the handoff. Butt down. Very smooth.
Very quick call there on that press command. 3 white lights.
Casey Himmelberger, 110 kilos.
This would actually tie Casey's PR.
Okay.
Second attempt.
Very nice. And then
Sure
from
enough.
there, you can go and PR your actual meet.
Yep. You do this, and then it's just, man, it's exciting to kind of go into third. You know, maybe if you can really kind of land the plane on that second, and then you're just, all right, time to set some new numbers.
Yes.
Come on, Casey.
Very easy.
See the call.
3 white lights.
Ties her PR there. Casey got something in the tank here today for day 4 primetime. Michelle Okpala also taking 110 for her second attempt. This would also tie her PR. Everyone trending well so far. And man, those nails.
I
please.
complimented her nails in the back.
Okay.
And the
Yeah.
best part of watching her bench is her
Yeah.
moving around her nails.
I'm saying. All right.
Okay.
Let's see it. Let's see the call.
3 white lights.
Okay. We could be seeing a new PR today for Michelle. Moving on to her third attempt. Now, Courtney Hopkins, 112 for her second. This is actually a PR attempt.
Oh, my goodness.
2.5
already.
keys.
Let's go.
And check it out. The high top of Vankas.
Yes, another sponsor of our events.
I see it. All right. A little bit of a fight on that one. Let's see the call, Solana.
Yellow, I'm guessing for skipping the press command.
And it looked quick.
It was really quick.
It was really fast. And you can
I
almost
feel like her chest moved down
a little bit, like it
before she
collapsed.
got, yes.
A little bit.
So
yeah.
it looks like the bar moved.
Yeah.
So happy she got it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Hannah Motek, the hammer herself, 112 on the bar for her second. This would be 2.5 keys just under her PR. Trying to keep the momentum going here at day 4 primetime. And they said, hammer,
There we go.
don't hurt him. Let's go. Hannah Motek, 3 white lights on that one.
Very nice. Going on to Jacqueline. Oh, hold on. Let's watch this replay.
I like that one. Very clean. Little dab there off the dismount.
So
by
Jacqueline Dublé, her best is 122.5. Looks like she might be tracking to match her best.
Again, inching ever so close to that 2 red territory, and this is just second attempts.
There
Want
we
to see
go.
the call on this one, actually.
3 white lights.
All right. And the only reason I mentioned that, Solana, is after she got the start command, she kind of has this moment where the bar kind of popped up, where she kind of arched again and then moved back down. Technically, that can be a blue card.
Okay. I did
McKenna
not
Henderson.
even notice it.
Yeah, McKenna Henderson, 117.5 on the bar. Bench press second attempt.
Good. That moved easy.
And that's a transition for McKenna. She is an equipped national champ. I mean, going into raw lifting, it's 2 completely different lifts. 2 completely different types of technique. Big credit to being able to do this also in prime time. Gabrielle Phelps, 122.5 on the bar for Gabby. This is just under her PR. All right, let's see it.
3 whites.
I think it's there today, Solana. What do you think? Maybe
I
a
think
chip?
so.
Maybe a chip 127?
Yeah.
I like that. Shelby Morse now showing up here. This is the 2 red territory. 2 25-kilo plates are now on the bar for our female lifters. No looking back here on second attempts. And speaking of those red plates, those TSS co-branded USA Powerlifting plates, man.
I know.
I tell you.
They look good.
With the rack and everything, the sparkling rack. Man, they did it up this year for Raw Nationals, huh?
I agree with you. All right, she's getting set up. I love watching it set up.
Yeah. Especially one where they have to kind of stand up a little bit on the bench, set up a little bit, get that arch there. All right, right off the chest. See the call.
3 white lights.
And she is actually only within 3.5 of her own PR.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Captain Cody, I did expect to see a bigger jump because I know the record's 138.
Yeah.
I expected to maybe see 132.5. I wonder if it's because she was held and asked to replace it. They maybe played it safer.
And that,
just a guess. I don't know what her attempt selection was.
I think that would actually be probably a good move because, again, that does mess with your head a little bit whenever you have to get the replace command. Let's see it. She gets it this time. I want to see the call. Okay.
Okay.
So
Two white lights.
So she does get a yellow card on bench press, and for that, because it did move kind of very quickly on that press, I'm wondering if on the side, and that was, I believe, Saber's Schnitzer side, was jumping the command. Could have been. Or
no,
maybe
I
the
really
butt popping
think
up.
he doesn't see it as locked out.
Yeah. Well,
That's my guess.
if that's the case, that would be a blue.
Oh,
yeah.
my
Danny
bad.
Myers-Glenn now moving on 107.5 for her third attempt.
By the way, I was just testing you, Leo, just so you know.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Keeping me on my toes. Danny Myers-Glenn,
There we go,
107.5. All right, 3 white lights. Onwards to Brenda Sanchez. Brenda Sanchez trying to right the ship on bench press.
Let's see it. She was 1 for 3 on squat. Can she be 3 for 3 on bench?
This would tie her PR. Trying to get back and build that momentum going into deadlift after not having the squat session she probably had or wanted to have. Three white lights.
3 lights. Very nice.
And that moved really well, especially for a third. Very, very good lift there on her third attempt bench press for Brenda. Now,
Michelle Akpala.
going 3 for 3 heading into deadlift. That's big.
Michelle with 112.5 on the bar.
For Michelle, this would be a PR attempt of 2.5 kilos.
Let's see it. Good.
Okay. All right, 3 white lights. Michelle Akpala. Great job there, showing out here. Day 4 prime time. We're on to Courtney Hopkins. 115 on the bar. Stop me if you heard this before. This is also a PR attempt. This would break her own PR by 5 kilos.
Let's get it. She holds the collegiate squat record. And I'm excited to see her deadlift. She also holds a record there, too. Can she grind it out?
Okay, bit of a
Okay,
fight.
it moved. Oh, yellow card. If I had to guess, her butt came up.
Yeah, and you can kind of see a little bit.
I mean, I can't
There's
see it.
a little bit of a shake.
No, really?
And it looks like it. Actually, it looks like the call was a beaten command.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really
That's
thought it was her
tough.
butt because I saw it moving.
Yeah, it could. And the thing is we're taking educated guesses
Yeah.
because we're not always entirely certain of the infraction. We can just take guesses. But Casey Himmelberger also going for a 5 kilo PR to 115.
You have a lot of people PRing on the platform today.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Getting that sink in the press. See the call.
3 white lights. And up, watching this replay. She sinks it a teensy bit. Gets the press command. 3 white lights. Next up is Hannah Motek. And she is going for a PR. Her best is 115. This is 117.5.
Let's go. Getting locked in. Hannah Motek, how critical it is to go 6 for 6, given that she has such a massive deadlift advantage.
I know. You have to build so you can really see who leaves the door open for you.
Come on now. Let's see it hammer. 117.
Let's PR.
Bench third attempt. Let's go. See the call.
Move fast. 3 white lights. PR.
Love that. Great
Excellent.
call. Great call by her team. 6 for 6. Hannah Motek. Watch out for the hammer on deadlift. She's 6 for 6. Dangerous.
I know, putting herself in a great position.
Dangerous.
And Jacqueline Dublé has the opportunity to be 6 for 6 right now. 122.5. This would match her best bench.
Let's see it, Jacqueline. All right.
Yes, that moves so well. 3 white lights.
Love it. Love it. She's on to deadlift now. McKenna Henderson going for 122.5. McKenna Henderson, former equipped champion, trying to show out now in Raw in the full A7 meat kit.
Let's go.
Oh, tough.
Oh, all right.
And that max grip failing off the chest, it can happen there, can it, Solana?
It can. And for women, like I keep mentioning, it's typical for it to fail off the chest versus men, it might fail higher towards the top.
Yeah, certainly does. Here comes Gabby Phelps for Gabrielle. This is a 127.5 kilo bench press third attempt.
2.5 above her best ever in the meets.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, Gabrielle.
Let's go. Very nice. Nicely done.
Wow, 6 for
And
6.
2 white lights, 6 for 6. We have a good amount of 6 for 6 lifters right now.
And
Very impressive.
Solana we're moving on. This is not a regular increment. What's going on here?
So this is actually Shelby Morse going to beat her own American record. She
That's right.
owns it at 128.5.
Trying to chip it here. Day 4 prime time.
Let's go.
In talking to Shelby the other day, she had mentioned this was the big one. She says, if it's there, I really do want to chip it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, her and her team, they think she's got it here. 129 loaded on the bar for Shelby Morse, the primetime debut.
Getting set.
Gets that call.
Oh, so easy.
Let's see it.
3 white lights.
Come on. New American record for Shelby Morse. And you know what? Wow. How cool is that to hit that shot, by the way, right in front of Jen Thompson?
I know.
Man, that is so neat.
Now, Catherine Ducote, we had talked about she wanted to go for a record.
This
She's
would
not
actually,
doing that today.
That's right. Yeah, this would actually just tie her PR. But still, that's still something to be proud about, is at least being able to tie, given that you are now trying to do so under the bright lights in prime time.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest bench we're seeing here out of our females. Had a little bit of trouble on those elbows earlier.
There
Gets
we
a good
go.
call here. Let's see it.
3 white lights.
Nails it on that one. Great job, Catherine Ducote, landing the plane there and rounding out all of our lifts on the female side. Now, here come the fellas. 187 on the bar here for Carrington Amati.
Whose bench are you looking forward to seeing the most?
Well, there's a few guys, but I think more specifically it's Frank Allen, especially given the fact that he had been coming off of another meet performance just 24 hours ago. And then also Sean, too. Looking at the, let's see Carrington real quick.
That was easy.
Very snappy. Let's see the call. 3 white lights. Now, you had mentioned this before, Solana. Sometimes the story of the attempts isn't going to tell too much until after the openers. Once you get past the openers, some of these guys and girls, they're going to take some crazy jumps, depending on who they're coached by. I mean, we've seen some of the lifters under team craftsmanship. I mean, they're taking massive, massive jumps. So, you know, the opener doesn't really imply kind of where we're going to end up at.
Very true. Erin Terry, 190 kilos.
Erin coming in here as the favorite for the 125s. Nails that one for Erin. Great job. Onwards to Caleb Slaughter. Caleb Slaughter also known for his deadlift for sure. One of our debut athletes, one of our many debut athletes here in prime time. Opening us up here at 205.
All right, let's see this.
Seen a few of our heavier lifters go wrapless. Very nice. Very cool.
I'm a fan of wrapless.
Yeah. Again, you really can feel that stack. It's the being able to kind of feel stacked in the wrist, the elbows, and the shoulders. .205 on the bar. Oh, yeah.
Very nice. It's a nice long distance with that bench press.
That's a long ROM.
I'm telling you, I see the men with long arms go close grip. It's more comfortable for them. It just seems to be a trend.
Yeah, I think so. And that would make sense, right? So here comes Yahia Abulnaga, 205 on the bar.
Now, Yahia did miss his last squats.
Yeah. Trying to rebuild the momentum. And it's critical. We have a few lifters who are actually coming off of some misses on their squats right here, too. Back to back. Oh, a big sink.
Woo!
Okay, so let's see the call on that one, Solana.
3 white lights.
I like that. Now, in kind of looking at bench press technique, watching he's got a sink, and he has a really wide stance. And it all kind of like it's gonna vary from lifter to lifter, weight class to weight class, but it's not too much of a deviation when it comes to some of our heavier lifters and using that kind of sink and really trying to get you know, that momentum off the chest and really blast out of that kind of, or through that sticking point.
Yes, I agree. Omar Marquez, so he did miss his last 2 squats.
Yeah.
And we were saying his energy overall didn't look great on the first one. So I'm wondering, is he feeling a bit better, a bit stronger at this point?
All right, soft touch.
210, move well.
See the call. 3 white lights there for Omar.
All right.
And that's a different there, too, for Omar versus Yahia. You saw the soft touch out of
Yes.
Omar versus, you know, Yahia's heavy sink. Whatever works, right?
Yes.
Whatever works.
100%. Alejandro Wickham also 1 for 3 on the squats. He's opening up at 220.
Solana, isn't that kind of tough, though, when you're kind of coming off of, you know, a less than stellar squat performance?
It
going
can be
into
very
bench?
hard, especially mentally.
Yeah.
And it's hard to have short-term memory.
Yeah.
But at this point, you have to just focus on the lift you're doing.
Yeah, it's lift to lift. You really do. It's the only way to survive a meet performance, too, is, you know, short-term memory. Alejandro Wickham taking 220 on the bar. All right, a little bit of a dump there towards the end. Let's see the call.
3 white lights.
Okay. Good execution. Now we're on to Sean. Our buddy Sean, 230 kilos on the bar for his bench press.
Yes, his best bench is 245. Looking forward to seeing how big his jumps are.
$230 kilos for Sean. Sean, for him, it's trying to keep pace with Frank.
Yes.
Especially given the fact that Frank is playing this game fatigued. Sean getting set up, gets the handoff.
What's interesting
sees
is
the sink, and
move well.
No bench depth issues there. Good look there for Sean. 3 white lights.
So Frank is ahead with the squat. He's also ahead on benches by opener, and they're opening with the same deadlift. So Frank is definitely maintaining a solid lead right now, just based off the openers and the past squats.
Nathan Redwing.
Nathan Redwing, 232.5. Let's see it. There we go. Move nice and easy. 3 white lights.
Great job by Nathan. And Nathan, again, kind of so far, all the lifts have looked super clean, very technically savvy.
And he takes small jumps for a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Like
you don't see that often.
I don't. He took 7.5. He takes smaller jumps than a lot of the women in the light flights for his squat.
From day 3, actually, even.
From day 2.
Yeah.
He took 7.5 kilo jumps on squats.
Yeah.
So just interesting.
Yeah.
Frank Allen, 245 opener. He's the last bencher for the openers of this flight.
And we kind of expected out of a guy who can total 1070. Oh, wow. And he kind of dumps there. Now, I'm curious if he gets any elbows on. Okay,
no,
he gets
good.
that one. Did you see a little bit there, though, Solana?
No, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, okay. Frank Allen trending well. Did go 3 for 3 there on his squat. Now opening well on his bench. We're on to Carrington, 197.5. Bench press second attempt. Already second attempts.
Okay, 10 kilo jump. Got a little bit slow, but still moved well. Waiting for the lights on that one. 3 whites.
Like it for Carrington. And again, Carrington, it's big. It's big. You really have to continue that momentum because that pull is coming.
I know.
Aaron Terry trying to keep Yahia out of reach. 200 keys on the bar for his second attempt.
Move smooth.
Blast that one up there. He's wearing the A7 wrist straps. 3 white lights there for Aaron.
His best bench is 207.5 kilos.
Yeah.
And that was 200, so he's looking like he's pacing for either a PR or a match.
What would you do here in this scenario, Solana? Given that you're probably already the favorite and Yahia did miss those squats, so he was kind of already at a deficit, what would you do?
Yeah, if he feels good, I'd go for 210. I think it moved really solid the second attempt.
I think that's fair. I like to play it safe sometimes. I feel like 207 would also be fine to just kind of
Match your best.
Go nice and easy. So Caleb Slaughter, 217 on the bar.
That's a 12.5 kilo jump from first to second.
Caleb, this would be a PR attempt on his second.
Yes, by 2.5 kilos.
Come on, Caleb.
Ew, and moves strong. I give him 5 more, though. I don't think he has like a bigger jump, but
Yeah.
5.
3 white lights there. New PR for Caleb Slaughter, the primetime debut athlete. And that's a smart call, Solon, especially given the amount of range of motion he's got. I think the safe play is that 2.5, even to 5, but I would think 2.5 is probably a safer play. Especially
I said 5.
Say 5?
I said 5.
Okay. I'm going to say 2.5.
All right, Omar Marquez, 220. So his best is 220. He's going to match it. So looks like his strength is feeling better at this point in the competition. Let's see how this moves, though.
Okay, speedy off the
Okay,
chest,
it was
slows down
good.
a little bit through the sticking point. Let's see the call.
3 right lights. I give him 225, which will be a PR. Anything about this, so.
I would go 222, actually, just given that, like, you want him to have a little bit more of a positive mental state going into deadlift, I feel like.
All right, you're right about Caleb. He took a 2.5 kilo jump.
I know. Yahia Abulnaga, 225.
Mm-hmm.
Second attempt.
All right,
again-
let's see this.
Yahia trying to rebuild that confidence, especially after having a less than stellar kind of squat performance, missing that last one and really trying to chase Aaron Terry.
Let's see it.
Come on, Yahia. He's going to have that quick sink. Man, it gets deep
Woo!
there. Okay. Pushes it off there. Let's see the call.
3 whites. I think the best part of watching an elite lifter with the sink is they have to time it. They have to really time the leg drive and the press right when they say press off the chest.
It's a great call there, Solana. Is there is a high risk, high reward to it a little bit. Sometimes you can even find yourself getting susceptible to a few things. Is that hip drive will then eventually sometimes pop up that glute, but then also you could also be called for heaving if you don't play it correctly.
If you sink it after the press command, yes.
Yeah, that can be tough. Alejandro Wickham, 227.5 on the bar for his second attempt. We're in the 500-pound bench press territory, Solana.
And we're only on seconds.
My man. Okay, slows down a little bit
got
there.
it up.
See the call. 3 white lights.
Okay, 3 whites.
See what he does there. Probably going to play it safe and maybe just go 2.5. Those third attempt bench presses, man, they can get hairy. So maybe just trying to play the waiting game and play it safe. Nathan Red Wing now here, 240 kilos on the bar. Let's see it, Nathan. All right.
Fast. He really relies on getting it up fast throughout the
3
beginning
white
of it
lights.
so he can lock it out.
Yeah.
That's where it slows down.
Yeah, and the thing is, interestingly enough, so his head comes up off the bench. Now, that used to be an infraction, a yellow card infraction in USA Powerlifting. Now, that has actually been revised, and you can actually do that. So Nathan Red Wing taking that to his advantage. Here comes Sean Cock, jumping 10 kilos to 240.
His best bench is 245, so 5 off his best.
Sean trying to keep pace as best he can with Frank Allen. Oh, wow.
Let's go.
Heavy sink there. See it.
That nice belly sink, giving him momentum.
Sure enough.
3 bites.
Lands a plane there. Onwards to our buddy Frank Allen. Frank Allen has had some issues with deadlift grip in the past. We saw it at USAPL Rising Tide, and that actually spelled a disqualification for him at that one. So going into deadlift this time around, going 3 for 3 would really behoove him here on bench press. Let's see what 255 looks like.
10-kilo jump.
All right, quick sink, quick press.
Let's see. 3 bites, okay.
All right. Good lift. And I have to call it
too.
out.
The elbows didn't
Yeah.
look fully locked to me.
And that's what I mentioned at the top. His first attempt was the elbows look suspect, but some lifters, especially some bigger ones, they don't have that extension. So here we go to Caleb Slaughter, 202.5 attempt on his bench press.
We're now on 3rd attempt.
Or sorry, apologies. Carrington Amati, 202.5.
Solid.
Carrington Amati, that is a PR
By
for Carrington
2.5
Amati.
kilos.
Great job, Carrington. Onwards to Aaron Terry. Aaron Terry coming for 207.5. This would tie his own PR.
We have a lot of matches and actual breaking of PRs going on.
Yeah. Can't ask for much more than that, can you, Solana?
Especially on a big stage.
For sure. Let's see it, Aaron. Okay,
Very
I like
nice.
it. Very good
Shot
third.
right through it.
Very good third.
Okay, moving on. Caleb Slaughter.
3 white lights there for Aaron. So, Solana, I have noticed is how quickly we're moving along, and the context for that is we had quite a few dropouts, so that inherently will make it a little bit difficult for our super heavies to kind of move along, and maybe you could see some planned thirds that otherwise I didn't maybe have in mind, given that the pace is moving really, really quick.
Yes, this is actually going to be a 5-kilo PR for Caleb Slaughter if he hits it. 220 kilos. But yes, 100%. We had some recent dropouts. It was a full flight. Now it's at 9. With people squatting and benching and deadlifting heavier loads, the more rest, the better, really. So they can adjust their meet day plan accordingly.
Yeah. We got national championships on the line here. Caleb Slaughter.
Come on. Come
Oh,
on.
bit of a fight.
Yes. Locks it out.
Let's see it.
And gets 3 white lights, 5-kilo bench PR.
Let's go. The Virginia product.
Watch that replay. Good.
Great execution there. He likes it. Great job, Caleb.
Omar Marquez up next. His best bench, 220 kilos. This will be breaking his best bench by 2.5 kilos.
Wow. All right.
If he can get that, that'll be a nice win based off that squat session for him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Totally agree there, Solana. Rebuilding that momentum, rebuilding that confidence, right?
Come on.
Yeah, that was a perfect call.
Yes.
Perfect
very
call.
Nice.
See it.
3 white lights.
I like it. I like it. And again, it's just about building the confidence back, knowing that deadlift, hey, man, we got something coming there. Don't worry about squats. And that's tough to do, right? It's easier said than done, Solana, right? Is trying to not have that, man, I really messed myself up here. You know, I really have to try to pick it back up now.
You have to just cry later. You have to get through the heat first and continue to push through each bench, each deadlift.
I like that. Cry later. Put that on a T-shirt. Alejandro Wickham. We saw that second move slower at the top. Like you had said before, Solana, is a lot of our male lifters, they'll kind of lose it a little bit in that last third, last quarter of the movement. So Alejandro, I think 2.5 is definitely the safe play, especially after that 227.
Come on.
Comes back. Oh, just a little bit, and that could have happened there, but he couldn't go any lower than 2.5. That was just what he had to do.
Exactly. He went for it. Yahia, 230 kilos.
Yahia so far trending well. Trying to climb back into it, especially against Aaron. Going 3 for 3 on bench would really help him out here going into deadlift.
And it'll be a 5 kilo bench PR for him if he gets it.
Let's get it, Yahia.
He matched his best on the second attempt.
Now that sync, it's going to be critical. He's going to have to time it just perfectly when he gets that start and press command.
It's been perfect so far. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wow. See it.
3 white lights.
I like it, Yahia. Great job. Man, that was really explosive.
Wow, the pause, and you see how much it sinks after.
And you can kind of see that little, that collapse of the chest. And again, it's not losing tightness. It's just allowing that chest to kind of sink a little bit.
Nathan Red Wing, his best is 245. This will be a 2.5 kilo PR for him.
Nathan Red Wing putting on a clinic so far, especially technique-wise. Gets that head off the bench.
And locks it out.
Man, what a day.
Solid.
3 white lights there for Nathan Red Wing. Really, really, really showing out so far.
Down to our bottom two lifters of the flights. So Sean Cock and Frank Allen. And you can see here, just based on these numbers, Frank's starting to really separate himself from Sean.
And Solana, that's not too surprising given kind of the seniority that Frank has over Sean. Sean is one of our younger lifters. You see that lovely Midland University singlet. Sean is a bit younger here. Frank, he's had some time under the bar.
That, and also missing a lift when you take big jumps is tough. So missing that 400 kilo squat, it did put him behind because Frank is making his lift so far. Let's see it. Come on. Oh, okay.
Did you see it?
I think it's good.
Okay, let's see.
I think it's good.
All right.
2 to 1.
2 to 1. And sure enough, yeah, I was curious if he was going to get that blue card infraction. He does get the blue card infraction.
Let's watch it again. Let's see.
Still good anyway. And look at the
Do you
depth
see up
on
and
that
down?
one.
Oh, very slightly.
Beautiful.
If I was a ref in the moment, I would have said white light.
Yeah. And that's
watching the replay. If I was a person who was an opponent, I'd go to jury.
That's a great call, Solana.
All right, Frank Allen to round out our flight, 260 kilos.
Come on, Frank. Oh, yeah.
Wow. That was like a blanket miss it. One.
Kind of moved like a second or a first even.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Frank Allen.
So did his third squat.
Yeah.
It didn't move like a, you know,
that was
super
really
hard.
Good. Really, really good. And you can see Saber Schnitzer kind of laughing off to the side. This is just kind of ridiculous seeing a human be able to do that.
Wow.
Especially coming off of 24 hours ago competing, Solana. I mean, that's insane, especially to cap us off on bench press. If you can believe it, that actually wrapped our bench press session. Moved so fast. Frank Allen now leading the charge in 140 plus. Sean right behind him, and Antonio Moo in the subtotal. Sneaking in third. Nathan Red Wing on the outside looking in now. So it's just very cool to see some of our general session folks.
Men's 140, Alejandro Wickham with 580, Joshua Longoria with 540, and Carrington Amati, 520 kilos. Josh from the morning session.
Joshua Price, hometown barbell, Frederick, Maryland, stand up. On the really pretty cool to see him just outside of the podium set. Personal friend right there, Josh Price. Now on the 125s, Eliturio Montalvo is leading the charge on the subtotal. Aaron Terry and then Yahia Abulnaga and Caleb Slaughter, the young man.
Yes.
Right outside of the podium spot. Very exciting to see.
Women's 100, Nadia Momin with 375, Gabrielle Phelps 358.5, and Kamora Peak from New Jersey 347.5.
Stand up, Jersey.
Subtotal sneaking in there.
Now here comes our 100-kilo class. Gabrielle Phelps leading the charge, 358. Then Jacqueline Double right behind her, and Shelby Morse. As expected, now let's take a look. Casey is on the floor with Hannah the Hammer Motek. Let's take a look now.
I'm Casey, live with Hannah in the warm-up room. Hannah, you've had an amazing start to today. You've gone 3 for 3 on squats, 3 for 3 on bench. The rumor has it you usually struggle when it comes to that third bench, but you were able to nail that today. Tell me a little bit how that felt.
It felt really good, actually. I feel like we had a really good prep with all 3 lifts, so I'm really excited to just kind of like keep going, keep the momentum, and just have a good rest of the day. Yeah.
Do you have any kind of strategy going into deadlift to hopefully aim for a perfect, finish to the day?
Just kind of see how we feel, see what other athletes put in, and kind of go based off of that, and hopefully have finish a good day. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate your time. We're going to let you get finished warming up with deadlifts, and we'll see you in deadlifts.
Okay. Awesome. Thank
We're
you.
going to send it back to the commentators.
Thanks so much, Casey and Solana. Looking at those 90s, getting to talk to Hannah Modick. Wow, unbelievable stuff. Who stuck out to you here in the 90s?
Well, right now we have McKenna Henderson in first, Courtney Hopkins in second, Catherine Ducote in third. I was looking more at Courtney Hopkins a lot.
Yeah.
Just two-time national collegiate champion.
Yeah.
McKenna is clearly, though, just off body weights.
Yeah.
In the lead. So we got a battle going on.
And
then
Hannah's
just
only 20
outside,
keys.
my teammate Catherine Ducote only by 2.5 kilos off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really watching Hannah, though, after getting to catch up with her. Only 20 keys out leading away, and I'm telling you, that pull, it could happen. Now, we'll have to see. Now, folks, we're going to kick it back to a break. We are moving on to deadlift, and as we like to say, the meet doesn't start till the bar hits the floor. We'll see you in 10 minutes. we are back. 2024 USA Powerlifting Primetime Day 4. Solana, we're back. It's deadlifts.
It's deadlifts, and it's bittersweet because it's the last deadlift session of Raw National.
I can't do it. I can't. I don't want it to end.
I know.
So much fun, so much action we've seen over these 4 days. And now we are on to our 90 kilo women, our 100 kilo women, and our 100+ kilo women. It's crazy to think how quickly this meet has moved already. I mean, it's only 2 hours in, and we're on to deadlift.
And we only have 2.5 kilos separating top 390 right now.
That's crazy.
It's a battle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. It's going to come down to a pull, truly. National champions.
I'm excited to see how this unfolds. This
on
is
the line.
Good time to go on LiftingCast if you guys want to follow along with the numbers. McKenna Henderson, 182.5 to open.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Snappy conventional pull there out of McKenna.
And 3 white lights.
190 on the bar there for Courtney Hopkins, the University of Cincinnati.
2-time collegiate national champion.
Okay.
With an easy opener.
See it. 3 white lights. Just coming back there very gingerly. Catherine Ducote, 190 on the bar.
All right, let's go, Catherine Ducote.
Brazos Valley Barbell Strength, coached under the great David Wilson. Great deadlift on him as well. Oh, yeah.
Very strong opener. There we go. That's what you want to see.
See the goal. 3 white lights. Great pull there by Catherine.
All right, and now we're on to the 100 kilo woman. 200 kilos on the bar for Jacqueline Dublé.
So far, twisting a gem going into this one. 6 for 6 heading into deadlift. All right. See the call on that one.
3 white lights.
I like it. I like it, Jackie.
I like the games being played with the 90 kilo woman. So right now, Catherine put in 205. If she gets it, she'll be 2.5 above Courtney, who if she gets it will be at 530.
Shelby Morse already set a provisional American bench press record. Let's see if she can lock in that record with a successful opening deadlift at 202. I see a little bobble at the top. Let's see the call.
Up and down.
Yep.
Surprisingly got 1 white light, but 2 reds.
Yeah.
You saw it bobble, so this can happen. We've seen it in a few sessions from some lifters to come out with the opener, and they bobble up and down, and it's too light.
Yeah. Imagine that, by the way, is being strong enough where 200 plus is just like, I couldn't really feel it, by the way. Hannah Moddick now, again, the deadlift is what she's known for, 205. Oh, yeah. The hammer is here, 3 white lights. Brenda Sanchez, 210 on the bar. Brenda righted the ship in bench press. After kind of having a little bit of a rough squat session, missing 2 squats, she went 3 for 3 on bench press, rebuilding that momentum now going into deadlift.
210 the bar. Hopefully moves fast.
Let's see it, Brenda.
Easy. Okay.
Let's see it.
Excellent. And up to 210 again for Danny Myers-Glenn.
3 white lights for Brenda. Danny Myers-Glenn, 210. 3 white lights. Now, Solana, usually you tend to see openers move a little bit quicker on that one, and that was a little suspect.
Little sticky. We'll see what she goes up to for seconds. Gabrielle Phelps, 222.5.
Yep, 100 kilo class. Just under 500 pounds. Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Very clean opener.
So remember, her goal was to get back to what she has best hit in the past, 600 kilos. Right now she's at 581 with only an opener for deadlift. She just might be able to best her best total of 600 kilos. And Casey Himmelberger, 225 on the platform.
And have to call this out, by the way, that was actually an American record that Gabrielle opened with. Congratulations to Gabrielle. Now she's just coming to blast records right now. Casey Himmelberger, 225. Apologies, that was actually a total record she opened with. So everything after this is house money.
Okay.
Great job there for Gabrielle Phelps. Now just looking to kind of make that total completely different.
Casey got 3 right lights. We're at Michelle Akpala from our 100 weight class, opening with 225.
Being handled by Anas Anbar. You guys saw him in Primetime the other day. Oh, yeah. Got caught a little bit there, but it looks good.
3 right lights, okay.
Okay, 3 white lights. Great job.
The record's 242 for this weight class. I wonder if we'll see someone go for it.
Now, it's interesting. I think I had a chance to catch up a little bit with JP in the back when they were setting up for deadlift. And he had mentioned that we're just kind of waiting things out for Hannah Modick. Kind of seeing what everybody else is doing and then pulling what's necessary.
Makes sense.
And McKenna having some issues on that one.
Yeah.
Looked like 10 keys jump there, so doesn't get that one. We'll see what she does on her third.
All right. So our battle right now with the 90s really looking like Courtney Hopkins, Catherine Ducote, and Hannah Modick.
200 even on the bar. All right.
That moved pretty well.
See it.
Let's see it.
Oh, the
We're
anticipation.
waiting for it. 3 white lights.
All right.
All right, that puts her currently at 530 total right now. So keep that number in mind. Courtney Hawkins coming out with Captain Dakota coming out with 205 kilos.
So that would put her provisionally in second. Right now, the provisional first is on the platform. Catherine Ducote, 205.
Make a move. Okay. Good.
Very solid pull.
And that puts her at, we'll see the lights. So now she's at 532.5 with that.
Good lift there by Catherine. Great shot by our team, Barbell Productions.
Temporary first place. Puts her in the lead with the 90s.
Jackie double here. 212.5 on the bar. This is 5 keys under her PR. Let's see how this one moves.
That
All right.
moved well. And 3 white lights.
Like the pull there. Shelby Morse now, 212.5, misses her opener and moves up anyway.
It looked like she just had a bobble. I think she'll be fine here. I think it was smart to move up. I would have done the same thing.
This would lock in her American record bench
She
press.
does. Yes, it will. Very important.
Come on, Shelby.
But it does put that extra pressure on you. Even if it's a weight you know you can lift.
Looks
Much
clean.
better looking. 3 white lights secures that American
Wow.
record.
Congratulations, Shelby. locking in that total and locking in that bench press record.
So we have Danny Myers-Glenn coming out 217.5 on the bar.
This is 10 kilos under her PR. Let's see how this one moves. All right.
Okay, slow, but she got it up.
Right.
3 white lights.
I don't think a tie is there today for her. We'll see what she puts in.
All right, so Hannah Mana coming up with 220 kilos. Now this puts her just tied for second place with this. Now this is big because she's got a big deadlift on her. She probably has the biggest deadlift of everyone in the weight class.
Oh, she does. Yeah. She's actually pulled as high as 225 recently. Again, the context is she's a 90-kilo lifter pulling with all of the heavier lifters right now. 220.
Let's go. That moved well.
Let's see what they call here. Yes, I like it.
I say top end 7.5 more kilos if I had to guess. What do you think?
I like that. I would actually like to see her tie her gym PR of 225.
So, okay, well, at the end of the day, she is pulling last, it looks like.
Yeah,
for her,
she's
for the 90s, pull for first.
Yep, and kind of like we expected, right, Solana? So here comes Brenda Sanchez, 230. This is 2.5 keys under her PR. Brenda Sanchez riding the ship ever since the squat session. Oh, yeah. Wedges in hard.
Moved well.
Tries to get that hip extension.
Woo. 3 white lights.
Okay. She's fighting through it. She likes it.
Casey Himmelberger, 232.5.
Let's see, Casey. Looks like a clean one.
And 3 white lights. All right, Gabrielle Phelps, 235 on the bar. So right now she's pacing for first place.
Trying to reset that American record total that she already has.
There we go.
And there it is again.
She is
3
looking
white
like
lights.
yes, that is a new world record total.
Wow.
So her best total is 600. That's the best she's ever done. And I think she'll be able to pass that today. And that was her goal when we spoke earlier today.
Yeah.
Can she get back to where she was? She will surpass it.
Oh, man. What a day to do it. Day 4 prime time. Michelle Okpala, 237.5 for Michelle.
Let's see it.
Oh, wedging in hard.
That was a strong second.
I like it. See the call.
Okay, 3 white lights.
All right.
All right. So McKenna, she missed this deadlift. She's going for it again. It'll move her into 4th place for the 90-kilo class. And then from there, the 90 battle.
Oh, man. This is
Who's gonna
2.5
drop
keys
numbers
under her own
first?
PR. 3rd attempt for McKenna. Battling back after missing that second. Come on, McKenna. Tough. Tough.
All right.
All good.
So
Still.
Courtney Hopkins of the 90s, 210. It'll put her in a 2nd place position right now.
Trying to pull provisional 2nd. This would be a 5-kilo PR.
Oh, very strong.
See the call.
3 white lights.
Come on. Go Bearcats.
Excellent day.
What a job. You can actually hear her screaming in the back here.
All right,
Tremendous
now we're at
job.
Captain Dakota. So she had originally put in 225 as a placeholder, dropping down to 215. This will be beating her best by 2.5 kilos. It'll put her in a temporary first place position.
Catherine Ducote.
Let's go, Catherine. Let's go, teammate.
Big pull.
She
215.
needs this to see if she can take the lead.
This would be a 2.5 kilo PR attempt.
Pulling into the lead position for the 90 kilo weight class. Come
Oh, yeah.
on. Yes!
See the call.
3 white lights.
Let's go. She loves it. Dave loves it.
All right, so she is temporarily in first place. We have Jacqueline Dublate of the 100 kilo class coming out with 220 kilos.
What a job. Gutsy. Incredible, Catherine Ducote. Comes Jackie Double, one of our masters lifters in prime time, by the way. 220 keys on the bar for Jacqueline. This would be a 2.5 kilo PR attempt. For her third. Oh, yeah. Let's see the call on that one.
3 white lights.
Come on. Setting PRs in prime time. Nothing better.
Putting her in a temporary second place position. We have Danny Myers, so this actually keep her in 5th place with 222.5.
Just under her PR. Let's see it, Danny. That last one moved a little slow. Oh, tough.
All right, so Hannah Modick, she's actually dropped down to 225.
Yep.
So she's not pulling for the win.
But actually some context here, Solana, is while not pulling for the win technically, this would be something that Hannah has never done before, a 9-for-9 performance. And to do it in prime time. She's been wanting to be on this stage for a long time now. She's been talking about it. She wants to show out here in front of the country. Let's see it, Hammer.
Let's go. Yes, 9-for-9 day. If she gets
See the
the
call.
white lights, 3 white lights.
Incredible. 9-for-9 in prime time. Hannah Modick, have a day. Moving on, now we're over the 500-pound mark, Solana.
Shelby Morse, 227.5.
This would be a 12.5 kilo PR attempt for Shelby Morse.
Let's go, Shelby.
Oh, tough.
Does not have it. All right.
Tough there for Shelby. Still a great day nonetheless.
Brenda Sanchez, 237.5. She's maintaining 3rd place right now and the 100 plus. And
No matter what.
let's see it, Brenda.
237.5 for Brenda. This would be a 5 kilo PR attempt. All right.
Let's go.
Oh,
No, doesn't
tough.
have it there today.
Now, moving on, Solana, this is our 100 kilo champion after
100
plus kilo champion, Casey Himmelberger. No matter what happens, you're looking at a champ right now. This is just house money on this bull. 242.5 for Casey Himmelberger.
Just putting some icing on the cake. No matter what, she takes away the national title.
This would be a 7.5 kilo PR attempt.
Let's go.
All
And
right.
loves it.
Let's see it.
3 white lights.
All right, there's your champ and walking away with a PR, Solana. Wow.
So for the 100 kilo class, we have 2 people going to try to break the Deadlift American record. It is 242.5. Right now we see Gabrielle Feltz loaded 243 on the bar. This puts her, she's going to maintain first, and it puts her above her 600 kilo total at 601.5.
Pulling for the wins here. 243.
So we have a deadlift record and another total record.
Wow, man. Let's see it.
Let's go!
Ah, it looks good. See the call.
Nervous, not sure. 3 right legs.
Come on.
Wow, that's a world record total,
Wow.
deadlift, and squat.
Unbelievable performance. Gabrielle Phelps,
She is back.
so back right now. Come on, man. And if you can believe it, we're going to do another pull on top of that. Solana, who do we got?
We have Michelle Akpala, who might take away that deadlift record that Gabrielle just pulled for with 245.5 and move her from 3rd to 2nd place in the 100 kilo weight class. Let's see it.
Let's see it, Michelle.
Let's go!
Oh, my. Let's see what they call here.
Did she lock it out? 3 white lights.
Come on.
Deadlift record.
Wow.
Moves into 2nd place.
Unbelievable. Crazy stuff we just saw there out of our women. Michelle
Look at that
Akpala.
replay. That was solid.
Unbelievable session right there out of our females. But now we got to turn our attention to the men because we're moving right along. Here comes Sean Cock coming to open us up here at 302.
All right, and Sean Cock opening us up at 302.5.
Snappy. Now, looking at this flight, Solana, I just noticed that Sean is actually more of a subtotal guy. Looking like he's opening up on deadlift here, a little bit lighter than everybody else, but he was the strongest squatter and bench presser as well. Alejandro Wickham, 305 on the bar. Oh, yeah. Speedy pull.
3 white lights. Moving on to Frank Allen. So also holding on to the heaviest total so far at the flight, but 3rd in the flight for openers for deadlift.
Yeah.
But it does say, we talk about this a lot, our super heavyweight men tend to have the squat and bench, and then you'll see a lower weight class beat them in the deadlift sometimes.
Frank Allen. Let's see it. He has locked in his total. Let's go for Frank. And again, we had seen those deadlift issues rear their ugly head at USAPL Rising Tide. Not an issue so far on his opener. Great job by Frank Allen to lock in his total here.
All right, Yahia with 310 kilos.
Yahia had a great bench press session. Trying to keep that momentum going on deadlift with 310. Very wide stance sumo pull. Something you don't see that much out of the 125s. Oh, yeah.
Very snappy.
Great pull there. And you mentioned that 3 white lights there for Yahia is the heavier weight, our super heavies or heavies and super heavies, they tend to skew a little bit more towards the conventional. It just kind of allows the hips to drop a little bit more naturally. It's kind of tough to get into that position that you would need necessary on sumo.
Very true. Nathan Red Wing, 325 for his opener.
Okay.
Strong.
See it. Good bar speed on that one.
Well, we're going to wait for those lights.
Nathan's still waiting on him, too.
3 white lights.
There you go. Just a little bit of a delay. And for the folks at home paying attention on those little numbers you see on the bottom overlay, that is actually a bar speed indicator. Green means something a little bit speedy, yellow means something a little bit slower, and red means something even slower than that. Oh, yeah.
Snappy.
Carrington Amati locking in his total. 3 white lights on that one. And for Carrington, he's pulled 385. So given that you saw he's coached by Marcellus, he's probably going to be jumping at least 40.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Probably,
minimum.
Probably like 367,
Yeah,
365.
something like that, just to see where he's at on the day.
Oh, 360.
Oh, dude, we've seen it before. Aaron Terry, 327 on the bar here for his opener, trying to lock in his total.
Strong.
See the call. A real masochist there. 3 white lights.
3 white lights.
Not seeing any baby powder on him there. Interesting.
I've seen a few lifters like use it a little bit less.
Yeah.
I think some people do it just because meet day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like don't use it in training.
Yeah. And that is interesting too. Is there are lifters that just, I mean, a lot of people just don't want to use baby powder in training, but then come meet day, it's almost kind of expected.
It's like a ritual.
So when you see somebody who doesn't do it, it's like, oh, it's interesting. You know, Caleb Slaughter. Caleb has a massive pull on him, so this 330 pull is almost kind of, you know, just that entry point. He's going to jump pretty big after this. Oh, yeah, and sure enough, moving exactly the way an opener should.
3 white lights.
Looking at the bottom of this flight, Solana, I'm seeing all the 125s here, not the 140s or 140 plus.
Yeah, and that's something we've mentioned quite a few times now. Being a heavier lifter, typically you'll see the squat and bench be heavy, but the deadlift, it doesn't really help your leverages.
Yeah.
You have to actually work around more of your body. It can make it tougher to pull.
Yeah. Getting into position is very difficult on that deadlift. You really got to start to separate yourself on that subtotal. For Omar Marquez, 345 for his opener. Missed 2 squats, starting to rebuild that momentum.
There we go.
Like that, Omar.
3 white lights.
Great job by Omar Marquez. Very snappy pull, locks in his total now. And Solana, all those totals are locked in.
Every single one.
Yep. Good job, boys. Good job. Oh, wait. Apologies. We actually are now. Okay, no, yep.
On Alejandro Wickham, 325 kilos.
Yep. For a second there, we almost missed it. I thought we thought it was going to be Sean, but actually it is going to be Alejandro taking 325. Sean will also take 325, but Alejandro likely with the lower lot number. $20-kilo jump here. Oh, wow.
Easy.
Come on, Alejandro. See the call. 3 white lights for Alejandro Wickham.
All right, and now we're on the Sean clock with 325 kilos as well. He's holding on second place.
Midland University product. The great powerlifting program they have there.
Yes, got to speak to his coach Tim today as well.
That's so cool. All right. See the call on this one.
3 white lights.
Sure enough, here comes Frank. Frank had issues earlier this year with grip. Now issues on his opener. His total is locked in. Now he's jumping up 20 keys to 327.5 on his second. Let's see if he can hold on to this one.
Let's see it, Frank. Very strong grip.
Oh, yeah.
No issues today.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Definitely.
But he fixed it.
3 white lights for Mr. Frank Allen. No problems on that. And you can kind of see him really, really lock in a lot more. He gets the bar actually very deep in his hands. Which is interesting, Solana, because sometimes you do see some lifters really focusing on their finger grip, right? Frank actually gripping almost like I saw very deep in his palm.
Some people can handle that.
Yeah. Oh, Frank Allen, sure enough. Yahia
Yahia.
Obunaga.
330 kilos.
Let's see it, Yahia. Okay. Classic sumo, a little slow off the floor, and then got
But
through it.
overall strong.
Yep.
Okay, 2 white lights, all you need.
And that red card on deadlift, it could have been a lack of extension or lockout somewhere. Not sure where it was. It looked pretty clean to me.
I agree. So I'm not sure if it was the knees,
Yeah.
like a hip extension, or the
Yeah.
shoulders.
That could have been it, actually.
Shoulders.
Yeah, that could have been. That's a good call. Nathan Redwing, 332 for his second. Nathan really putting on a clinic in terms of technique so far. It's been very clean, putting together a very good meet performance in prime time. Wow.
All right.
Here we
Next,
go.
Omar Marquez.
Great
so
job.
he actually is taking a 2.5 kilo jump from his opener. He has pulled 3. I wonder if he'll come out, actually.
Yeah, that 2.5 kilo jump, right? I mean, it's kind of suspect. The odds of him taking this, it looks like they're talking to the technical controller. Not sure if that is Yahia's game day coach. If it is, he might be letting them know that they're going to pass.
Yeah, he may have wanted to lock in a total, but I know he wasn't having the day he wanted.
Yeah, we see Aaron approaching. Yeah, now he's likely not going to take this one, or Omar. And we had mentioned kind of Omar at the top was he had been having issues last year trying to make weight, and then subsequently had to kind of take a new look at his nutrition and being able to kind of like get down and not make his strategy for recomp and getting into the meet and getting into the weight class specifically. Now, this might have been a new thing for him this year. He said he was comfortably getting under the class, but having some issues on squat and then subsequently having to now move into deadlift and likely scrapping and just wanted to secure his total.
So we now have Aaron Terry with 347.5 kilos.
$347.5 for Aaron Terry.
20 kilo jump.
Double overhand hook grip sumo pull. Okay. Let's see it. 3 white lights. Aaron Terry keeping himself there ahead. Great job by Aaron Terry. Now we're on to the young man, Caleb Slaughter. Having a tremendous day in prime time. Making his name known, taking 357 for a ride. This would be a PR tie on his second attempt for the young man. Now, for those of you watching at home, LiftingCast.com, you'll be surprised that actually some of our non-primetime lifters could potentially sneak into the podium spots. Oh, caught on the quads, but let's see the call.
Let's see it. The shoulders look a little bit iffy to me. 3 right lights,
All right.
okay.
All right.
Maybe it's just the angle we have.
Could have been. Could have
So
been.
we talked about Carrington and Team Marcellus taking big jumps. He can pull upwards of 385 kilos, so I'm not shocked to see 360 on the bar. Jumping him up.
All right.
Let's go. That moved well.
Looks like it.
3 white lights.
You
So
think
that
he's
actually
going to...
puts him in first right now.
Would you think, Solana, that he might go for that, just under that 385 mark?
He's going to do whatever he needs to win.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So I'm seeing 2 people. So we have 1 less person already in the flight.
Yeah.
So now we're down to 8 people. Less time than the rest.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm wondering how much of an effect that will have.
It's a quick turnaround, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, he is coming out. He took a 2.5 kilo jump. It looks like it'll actually have him in 4th, potentially in 5th, depending on what happens later on in the flight.
LiftingCast.com, USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals Day 4. Join us along. The game of chicken on deadlift is about to begin. National championships will be crowned on these attempts. Yahia Abuanaga.
Let's see it.
Very tiny jump here to 332.5.
Let's go. That moved very well. 2 red lights. Both are red, so either shoulders or not full hip extension. I think shoulders.
Yeah, and that can happen, especially with kind of that position that he has on the sumo pull, is that can lend itself a little bit to kind of having some, as they say, soft shoulders.
Alejandro Wickham, 337.5.
See it, Alejandro.
And he locks it out. 3 white lights.
Let's go. Alejandro.
Putting him temporarily in first place in the 140 class.
In that provisional first place spot.
Nathan Redwing looks like he's keeping 342.5 on the bar.
Nathan having a very, very, very good day so far. 8 for 8 coming into this final pull.
And he is pretty much locked into third place with this.
This would be a 5 kilo PR attempt.
Oh, very nice.
For Nathan Redwing. Let's see it.
Let's go.
See the
there
call.
We go. 3 white lights.
My man, 9 for 9 performance in prime time.
All right, so moving on, we have Frank Allen. Now, he has to hit this lift. If he does not, Sean Cobb can actually come in and pull for the win.
Now, it looked pretty comfortable last time, Solana. We'll see what Frank can do here.
If he does pull it, he has secured first. It should be out of reach.
Let's see it, Frank. Trying to lock in the championship.
Easy. Easy.
And now, your 140-plus national champion, Frank Allen.
I think we'll see Sean drop down.
That was 1,000 kilos locked in by Frank Allen. What a performance coming off of another performance just 24 hours ago,
5
Solana.
kilos less than yesterday's performance.
Wow. Come on, man. 1,000 twice?
That's pretty insane.
The Frank Allen challenge.
So I'm looking. I'm not sure if Sean will come out. He has secured second, regardless if he comes out or not. He's coming out. There we go. All right. Going for 350. This would be a big PR for him. His best dead in competition is 340, so a 15 kilo PR. Let's see if he can get it.
Come on, Sean.
It's moving. Wow. Coming off a back injury from just 3 weeks ago. 3 white lights. Amazing.
Wow.
975 total.
Silver medal. Great job.
And Aaron Terry in our 125 weight class, taking a 7.5 kilo jump. Looks like he is in second right now.
A little bit of a battle we're seeing here in that 140 class, Solana.
I know.
The game of chicken is happening right now on LiftingCast.com. USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals Day 4. Some people are bluffing. Now they can move around a little bit. You make upwards of 3 attempt changes in that final flight.
Looking at the bottom is ridiculous.
It's changing left and right.
Well,
love that shot, by the way. Our co-branded USA Powerlifting
change.
plates. Aaron Terry, 355. On the bar.
Let's see it.
Waiting to get that down command. Has 5 seconds to get a down command.
No, it's just 5 seconds to start the lifts.
No, to get a down command on deadlift. 3 white lights.
3 white lights.
Oh, yeah. Great job by Aaron Terry.
All right, Omar Marquez, 365 on the bar. It will move him from 5th to 3rd place. He missed his seconds. He did not come out for the second, that's what it was. He's saving it all for this.
Wow. Oh, my. Omar Marquez playing mind games,
The
365.
strategy.
Let's see it.
Let's go!
Oh,
no.
no.
He's back too much. All right.
man.
He gave it his all. He knew he could only go for something that heavy one time.
Caleb Slaughter pulling for the win. Caleb Slaughter sneaking into this primetime session, by the way, with one of the lower totals coming in, and now looking at a chance to put himself in the record books as a national champion.
And beat Aaron Terry, who's currently in 1st. If he gets this, he moves in the 1st and pulls for the win.
365 on the bar.
With the way the second move, this is very attainable.
Caleb Slaughter out of Blacksburg, Virginia. This would be a 7.5 kilo PR attempt and a national championship in the 125 kilo class.
Let's see it.
Needs to get this down command.
Let's go.
Come on. 2-1.
Locked out.
Did he get it in time?
2 reds, 1
Timed
red
out.
card, 1 yellow card.
Timed
Well,
out.
different cards, though.
Yeah. One is no lockout and one is timed out on the yellow.
Oh, you're right about the lockout. No, yeah, those hips are not fully through. That's tough.
Tough.
All right. So, Carrington's coming out for this. Is he? He's not? Oh, my gosh. Okay. I wasn't sure. He did need that number to try to win. I was like, will we really see a 400.5? All right. That is that's
Nope.
the end.
That's it. Wow.
That's it.
Wow. Unbelievable stuff. We have new champions crowd here. Now in the 90 kilo class, or sorry, apologies, the 140 kilo class, we have Joshua Longoria from the general session winning in the 140s, Tomas Zayas, and actually Travis Crudup winning 3rd in that 140 kilo class. Apologies, actually, no, that is the wrong overlay there. Let's run through actually the 90 kilo class, the hundreds. Aaron Terry on the 125s, taking that one just outside of Caleb Slaughter, and Eliturio Montalvo taking 3rd place there in the 125s. Now let's jump over.
For the women's 100, Gabrielle Phelps takes 1st place, secures a 601.5 total with a world record squat and total. Michelle Akpala in 2nd, and Jacqueline Double in 3rd with 560.
And in the 90s,
that was the battle.
That was crazy. The 90s now, Catherine Ducote taking the championship.
Yes.
That was absolutely insane seeing her fight for that one. Then Courtney Hopkins and Hannah Modick rounding things out in 3rd place. What an unbelievable battle we saw in the 90s. Now, I have to call out in the 100+ category, Casey Himmelberger. Casey Himmelberger coming in and winning in the 100+ kilo category. Unbelievable stuff there. We saw such a battle. Who stuck out to you in this session, Solana?
So when it comes to the 90s, Catherine Ducote missed her 2nd squat, so had to retake it on 3rd. She did not get even super close to what she wanted to on her bench press, and still was able to take out and pull for the win. So that is extremely impressive. I was not sure where it was going to be, but by the time I got to deadlifts, it was either going to be Catherine or Courtney or Hannah, and the cards fell where they did. But that's
is
her first
insane.
national championship, Captain Ducote.
Congratulate to your own teammate, actually,
I know.
Catherine Ducote. Insane. And again, great job by Courtney and Hannah Modick. But beyond all of that, I mean, it was really just kind of gutsy to see some of our lifters battle back after missing other attempts. I mean, I was looking at some other of our lifters who kind of had to kind of right the ship after that. So a real testament to their fortitude. Now, we're going to cut to Casey. She actually is with our national champion, 140+, Frank Allen, on the floor.
I'm Casey, live with Frank. Frank, you had an amazing performance today. It looks like you had a lot left in the tank as well. So it's very exciting. Tell me a little bit more about it. You did something else kind of crazy yesterday.
Yeah, I competed yesterday at the Reach Rumble, the company that sponsors me with their pre-workout. They also do protein. They've been real good to me. They flew us all out there and put us up for the night. And I'm going to go compete there because they've been good to me. And then today happened to just be here too. So it's like, I'm already there. I might as well do it. It's going to suck, but let's show up and see if we can do it. The big one early on was squats. Man, the shoulders and the traps were feeling horrible. But oddly, by the third bench honestly moved the best, and I was kind of like, oh man, I wish I could have put a little bit more on after 260 moved that well. And then with deadlift, my grip's been an issue. I dropped 360 kilo twice yesterday, soft hands, and it slipped out. But today, with the little bit more, I guess, wear down on the hands, got it all out yesterday. The deadlift's feeling pretty good today. There's definitely way more in the tank. But I got to give a shout out to Gur over here. He's been coaching me on grip, and it's been working. It didn't show up yesterday, but obviously it's like, hey, the grip is there. It just has to, want to be there that day for whatever reason. I just got to figure it out. So I'm happy with today's performance.
Well, we're super excited for you. We appreciate you taking the time, and we can't wait to see you on the platform again soon.
Thank you. Yep.
All right, we're going to send it back to the commentators.
And with that, it wraps all the action here at Day 4 Primetime. Solana, let's run through real quick some of our champions now on the super heavyweight men.
Yes, super heavyweight Frank Allen, who we just talked to just now, talking about how yesterday he had grip issues. We spoke about how he had him at Rising Tide, and so he had to put the bar higher up in his hands so he can hold on to it better, and it worked out. He was saying that he did not feel good at all today, but by bench press he felt really good, so that's pretty insane. I kind of assumed yesterday he didn't put much effort into it, but it seems like he really put effort into both these meets, and he had a better meet the following day as a super heavyweight, which typically I hear to need the most recovery, so that's pretty insane.
Yeah, no, I mean, so crazy. And then also Alejandra Wickham coming in and winning on the 140s. I mean, that was such a great battle, seeing kind of that back and forth there. It was such an unbelievable kind of battle we saw all the way across the board, from the men, from the women, but really from everybody, just to kind of wrap the whole weekend together. It's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. I mean, USA Powerlifting does such a tremendous job here for Raw Nationals, and they do an even better job when it comes to elevating things and elevating our lifters and elevating the sport here for Primetime. So it's been such an unbelievable experience to be able to kind of come out here at Salt Lake and have fun and bring to you guys the action here for USA Powerlifting. We're going to kick it back. Make sure you guys follow us again here. We're going to have the Pro Series Finals in San Antonio, Texas here in December. For Solana Lewis, my name is Leo Bodendara. Join us again here next year for USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals.